on Saturday the 27th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Proceeds benefit the Artesia Public Library. Find books, music, movies, and more at the book sale. Hispanic Heritage Month celebration at Southeast New Mexico College will feature Zeta Hernandez, space engineer and children's book author. She currently works at NASA Johnson Space Center, focusing on lunar architecture. The presentation will take place Wednesday, September 24th at 12 noon at SENMC. It's free and open to everyone. To have your event listed on the KSVP community calendar, email calendar@ksvpradio.com. Please let us know at least 1 week in advance.
This is KSVP and K229AS Artesia.
Key news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. World leaders will hear from President Trump this morning. He'll soon address the UN General Assembly in New York. Among the current high-profile issues, growing number of countries recognizing a Palestinian state. Among them, American allies Britain, France, Australia, and Canada. The Trump administration stands with Israel in opposing recognition of a Palestinian state. Before year's end, the Supreme Court will consider whether President Trump has the power to pink-slip board members from independent agencies.
Justices will hear arguments in December about when presidents can fire board members and will consider overturning a nearly century-old decision limiting the president's power. In 1935, the Supreme Court found that commissioners can only be removed for misconduct or neglect of duty. In a 6-3 decision, the High Court also allowed Donald Trump to fire a Democratic member of the Federal Trade Commission while the case plays out. Greg Clugston, Washington.
President Trump is urging the Justice Department to investigate the actions of some of his political foes, and based on those actions, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says such an investigation is warranted.
It is not weaponizing the Department of Justice to demand accountability for those who weaponize the Department of Justice. The
president says former FBI Director James Comey, Democrat Senator Adam Schiff, and New York's Attorney General Letitia James all deserve to be investigated. Claiming that acetaminophen, its brand name is Tylenol, is linked to increased risk of autism in youngsters, President Trump is urging pregnant women to steer clear of the drug, not to take it at any stage of pregnancy. Tylenol's maker insists that scientific evidence does not show an increased autism risk, but there are conflicting studies on the issue. Wall Street's ahead of this morning's opening bell. Dow futures up 54 points. NASDAQ futures ahead a fraction. More on these stories, townhall.com.
The Federal Reserve just cut interest rates, and that could be big news for the price of physical gold and silver. That's why Advantage Gold invites you to call 800-741-GOLD. Call now and you'll get your free gold and silver information kit, and you could qualify for up to $10,000 in free gold and silver with your IRA or 401k rollover. Advantage Gold has been ranked the #1 gold company in America for the last 10 years, and with the U.S. dollar facing serious devaluation, now is the time to act. We've partnered with former IMF Chief Economist Kenneth Rogoff, and when you call 800-741-GOLD, you'll also receive his best-selling book, Our Dollar, Your Problem, absolutely free. Gold and silver are real, tangible assets that have protected wealth for centuries. Advantage Gold helps you move your IRA or 401k into physical precious metals, tax-free and penalty-free. Consult your financial advisor before investing. Call 800-741-4653 now. That's 800-741-GOLD.
Israel is not letting up one little bit in its war on Hamas in Gaza.
Locals say Israeli artillery shelling and attacks by quadcopter drones are driving people from their homes in Gaza City. Israel has also been using armored vehicles laden with explosives which are detonated remotely to blow up blocks of housing. The Israeli army now has 3 armored and infantry divisions in Gaza City, which it sees as a last bastion of Hamas. Witnesses say that tanks have advanced towards the city center from the north and south.
The BBC's Yolande Nell in Jerusalem. A skilled drone pilot, identity unknown, has flown large unidentified drones over Copenhagen's airport, Scandinavia's largest, shutting down airspace for hours. Police say the incident occurred last night, involved 2 to 3 drones. Officials chose not to shoot them down out of safety concerns. NATO Secretary General Rutte says it's too early to say whether Russia might have been involved. Townhall.com. NASA has 10 brand new astronauts chosen from more than 8,000 applicants.
For the first time, there are more women than men. The 6 women and 4 men will undergo 2 years of training before becoming eligible for spaceflight, including trips to the moon and possibly Mars. It's the 24th astronaut class for NASA since the original Mercury 7 made their debut in 1959. Only 370 people have been selected by NASA as astronauts, making it an extraordinarily small and elite group. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
Russia says it shot down 3 dozen Ukrainian drones heading toward Moscow. And Ukraine says that Russian missiles, drones, and bombs have killed at least 2 civilians in Ukraine. The war grinds on after 3.5 years, as it seems that President Trump's peace efforts have stalled out. More on these stories at townhall.com.
I pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
From Nels Floral in Artesia, and we are so happy to be the new florist for the KSVIP. If you know someone who is having a special day or event, a birthday, anniversary, or something big is happening in their life, let's make them the KSVIP. On their day, we'll say something on the radio about your special person, and they will receive a beautiful flower from Nels Floral. So call KSVP at 575-746-2751 and nominate your KSVIP.
Well, I think you have the opposite of the sharp-dressed man today. Good morning. I'm Gene, filling in for Scott on this Tuesday morning. Scott will be back with you on Thursday morning. So thanks so much for joining us and wanting to be a part of the show today. Let's see what we have on the old calendar for today. Looks like we've got Chamber Chat coming up in the 8 o'clock hour today. Adopt a Pet, Artesia Animal Shelter. So we're going to meet the director of the shelter and maybe a pet or two that's available for adoption today. And this is going to be part of, can't remember, Jeffrey, are we doing this monthly or bi-monthly? But They've got the animal shelter here in town, and we would love to help adopt pets. So that's what we're going to do today. Aaron Irving, of course, and we'll tell some jokes and see how the markets are doing. So that's what we've got on the show today. Sports-wise, we've got a couple of ball games we're going to be streaming tonight, both here in Artesia. We've got girls soccer is taking on Roswell, and volleyball is taking on Carlsbad. And we're going to stream the varsity games from those events today at 6 o'clock. I think we've got the Wild Man's going to be out at soccer, and Jackie and Bradley will be over at volleyball with Joby and Robbie. Robbie's going to be there to help out with volleyball tonight. So that's what we've got going on the TV tonight. KSVPTV.com is where you can see those. Junior college volleyball tomorrow. NMMI versus Frank Phillips College. That's tomorrow night at 6 o'clock from the Cahoon Armory on the campus of New Mexico Military Institute in Rosburg, New Mexico. And one of the reasons they want us to stream that is the coach there at NMMI recently achieved a pretty impressive milestone in terms of victories. And so they want to make sure that we capture that celebration and recognition. So that'll be tomorrow night on KSVPTV.com. And then the only other sporting events we have to stream this weekend and broadcast this weekend are the high school games. Texas Tech is off this week. The Cowboys play Sunday night against the Green Bay Pickers. But the high school football, we're going to have Artesia versus Lovington, the homecoming game here tonight, Friday night. And then Goddard is hosting Gadsden at the Bowl of Wool on Friday night. And Roswell High is headed all the way over to Santa Teresa for their broadcast on Friday night. And so we'll have all of it for you here on our radio stations, 990 AM, 93.7 FM radio for the Artesia game, 106.1 for the Goddard game, 106.5 for the Roswell game. If you want to listen on the radio, I did get our apps back in the App Store for Apple, which I knew I had to get it done. I was having some trouble getting that figured out. And then I got my new phone, and it wouldn't download the app because the app didn't exist. And I thought, I better get that fixed. And so I got it fixed, and now I've got the app on my new phone. It's right there, KSVP. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatible. So if you're driving around on Friday night, headed somewhere or coming back from something, and you've got a CarPlay compatible car audio system, and you have the KSVP app installed on your phone, then it will come up on the screen as one of your options to listen to in your vehicle. Just tap on it, and it'll say, what station do you want to listen to? All 4 of our stations are listed. You can pick KSVP, and then it'll say, do you want the live stream, or do you want some of these podcasts? And you click on the live stream, and there it is. So pretty cool deal. And then, as I said, the Cowboys play the Packers on Sunday Night Football, and we'll have that on 92.9 The Brand starting at 5, and on 106.1 La Pantera starting at 5:50, I believe, is the start time. Yep, 5:50, because it's a 6:20 kickoff. And the radio guys on 92.9, they don't want to have a 50-minute pregame show, so they're going to have an hour and 20-minute pregame show. And whereas the guys on the Spanish language broadcast, they have a 30-minute pregame. If the kickoff's at 6:20, then we're doing 5:50. If the kickoff is at 2:20, then whatever. So next week's going to be a busy week for us because the Eastern New Mexico State Fair is next week, and we've got a bunch of livestock shows that we're going to be streaming from the Eastern New Mexico State Fair. So we're going to be busy all week with that, and looking forward to all that. And I talked to the assistant band director yesterday And we had the district marching contest. Mrs. Benton got me this info yesterday, and Capitan is back, and NMMI marching band is going to be here for that competition. That's going to be coming up on the October 14th. So we're 3 weeks away? Let's see, today's the 23rd. So the 30th, yeah, we're 3 weeks away from the district marching competition. And Capitan, NMMI, Goddard, Portales, Lovington, Artesia, Roswell, Carlsbad, and Hobbs will be competing. And the first band takes the field for their performance. Their performance begins at 6:05. That'll be Capitan. So as always, we will be streaming that competition for you, start to finish, on KSVPTV.com. So be looking forward to that. But yeah, we got the lineup here, and we're looking forward to it. It is homecoming week, and so there's a lot of activities going on around town with the kids and the schools, and they're getting all the final touches put together on the Friday night schedule for pregame and halftime. So as soon as they get that ready to go, we'll be ready to go. And of course, our goal is to make sure that we show the band and their performance at halftime. They have not traveled the last 2 weeks. They did not go to Gadsden. They did not go to Deming. But they will be performing Friday night at halftime. And I'm going to guess Lovington has a band that will also be performing as well. So we'll get the halftime schedule and the pregame schedule soon as they get all that all lined out. And we'll share that with you as well. All right, let's see what kind of weather we have. You know, there were some showers around us last night. My phone was telling me we had lightning. Are we done with the rain for a few days, Steve-O? What do you know?
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Plenty of sunshine will be building in for Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia for today, and highs are on their way from the upper 80s to the middle 90s. Now, throughout the afternoon time and into tonight, there are some chances for widely scattered showers and a few thunderstorms, too. With a system sliding through, we could see some locally heavier rain. Please be careful as you're heading out and about. Those overnight lows are dropping between 60 and 65. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
So I guess Jennifer's filling in for Steve-O today. 69 and sunshine, and not as warm today as it was yesterday. 90 the forecasted high. And then that system kind of comes through. We have a chance of rain tomorrow, and 78. Won't that be refreshing? 82 on Thursday, cloudy. 85 Friday, 82 Saturday, and then the chance of rain returns Sunday and Monday. 76 for the high Sunday, 75 on Monday. And then looking into the Eastern New Mexico State Fair week, 75 with rain on Monday, which is a little unfortunate. That's when they have the big parade, is on Monday. And then the sunshine comes out, looks like at least through Thursday of next week. 78 Tuesday, 80 on Wednesday, 82 on Thursday. So nowhere near as warm next week, at least in the forecast, as what we experienced at the fair last year. Our humidity is at 67%. The dew point is 58 degrees. 75% humidity, dew point is 57 degrees. Winds are north-northwest at 5, gusting to 9. Pressure 29.84 and rising. Our air quality is 36, which is good. Our forecasted high today, about 3 degrees above the average daily high for this state. This is interesting, Jeffrey. I'm showing 88 for a high today in Artesia. You're showing 91. I'm going to go with 88. I like 88. 88 is a better high for today than 91. The moon is waxing crescent, 3% illumination, and so it's 13 days from the next full moon. Sunset at 6:52, sunrise at 6:47. So have we hit the day, or did we pass the day where daylight and nighttime were about the same? Are we still getting almost as much daylight? I think we're approaching. I heard this on the radio the other day. We're getting to the point where we have just as much daylight as we do sunlight, and then we're going to start sliding towards where we have more nighttime than we have daylight as we get into fall and winter. 69 and sunny in Carlsbad, 64 in Roswell. And they're looking at rain Saturday, Sunday, and Monday in Roswell, with 81 Saturday, 74 Sunday, 72 on Monday as the fair gets started next week. 77 Tuesday, 78 Wednesday, 82 on Thursday. Hobbs, America, sunny and 66, going up to 89 today. Around New Mexico, sunshine. 55 in Albuquerque, 49 in Santa Fe, 53 at Cloud Crop, 55 at Ruidoso, 65 in Alamogordo, 66 in Las Cruces, 47 in Gallup. Mostly sunny, 50 at Farmington, 47 at Taos, sunshine, 39 at Red River, 60 in Clovis, and they're enjoying the sun in West Texas, 68 in Lubbock, 69 in El Paso, and again here in Artesia, sunny and 66, going up to 88 for a high today. Let's look at our lunch menus and see what the kiddos are going to be chomping on today. Looks like a cereal bar for breakfast is what we've got for the breakfast food items today. Lunch today will be the beef tacos with cheese, refried beans, lettuce, and tomato, and orange wedges. So it's cereal bar for breakfast, beef tacos for lunch today at the Artesia schools. Senior meal site, pork, red chili pork pasoli, calabacitas, tossed salad, flour tortilla, and mandarin oranges. So it's red chili pork pasoli today for the seniors. Now, if I didn't know any better, you might look at that and say that we're going to have red chili pork poso. You poso having to eat that calabacitas. All right, let's see, at the senior center today, exercise video at 8:15, hand and foot and knee and pinky at 9 o'clock, the line dancers at 9:30, fusing fun at 10 o'clock, ceramics at 1 o'clock, sewing at 1 o'clock, and the ever-popular poker at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Now, they do have a meal trip to the China King in Roswell planned for Thursday. If you want to go, make sure you're on the list. There is a dance with DJ Marty Lynn and Finger Foods on Thursday night, and then there's a new group of guys getting together called the Desert Wranglers. And they're going to hang out and play for you at the dance on Saturday night. So just a couple things coming up. And be looking for the newsletter next week. They're going to see if there's interest in a Spanish class. Looks like they've got some new paint classes coming. And the open enrollment for Medicare is coming up starting October 15. And they're going to have Medicare 101 classes in October, November, to help answer your questions on your Medicare enrollment and renewal and all that stuff. So be looking for that information in the October newsletter when it comes out next week. Let's see. On the library schedule, we've got the story time at 10 o'clock today. Take 20 guided meditation. That's at 11:30. The old Dungeons and Dragons group will be hanging out 2 to 6 this afternoon. Teen Tuesday is at 4 o'clock today. And the After Hours Book Club will be gathering at 6 o'clock, and they're going to talk about the book, The Briar Club. The Briar Club is the book. They will be talking about that tonight at 6 o'clock. School calendar today. We've got 9th grade orange and white volleyball versus Clovis. That'll be at 4:30 and 5:30 today. JV and varsity girls soccer will be hosting Rosberg. JV at 4, varsity at 6. JV and varsity volleyball versus Carlsbad, 5 and 6. JV at 5, varsity at 6. Kinder and elementary HOCO dress-up days continue today. Over at the high school, Herff Jones will be bugging the juniors and seniors for their rings and stuff. They'll be in the Red Brick Gym, 10 a.m. to noon today. So if the kiddos want to get that all taken care of, this would be the day to get it done. AJHS Junior High 8th grade orange football will be at Borendo up in Rosberg. That's at 6 o'clock tonight. So that's all on the calendar for today. September birthdays. Today is the 23rd. Let's say happy birthday to Mark Crook, Steve Borland, Lena Rodriguez, Jan Briggs, Norma Miranda, Sherry Williams, and Sharon Barber. So happy birthday today to Mark, Steve, Lena, Jan, Norma, Sherry, and Sharon. You know, yesterday was pretty exciting. We had the chance to record our Tate Branch Fan of the Week segment for this week's homecoming game, and we picked Monday because the couple that we feature, it was really the only day that in his traveling and work, it was the only day he was available to join us. So we set that up a couple of weeks ago, and we recorded yesterday. And then I found out that the lady we interviewed, it was her birthday yesterday. So we got to wish her a happy birthday. She got to receive her mug and her gift card from Adobe Rose. And we were able to have a wonderful interview with them that you will get to see Friday night during the football broadcast. What'd you think of the interview with Reggie? We got to play it like 3 times on Friday night because of the storm delays. It played originally in its regular slot at halftime, and then it wound up getting played, I think, twice more while we were waiting to hear the status of the resumption of the football game after the storm rolled in. And I don't know, what'd you think of that interview with Reggie? That was a lot of fun, and we could have gone another 10 minutes if we wanted to tell stories, but that's what we were kind of limited to. All right, let's take the break. We have the Roswell Livestock Report, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Good Morning Artesia Radio Show.
Oh, man.
What's wrong, honey?
Oh, the water softener is out of salt again. I don't have time to get any.
Well, then call Artesia Soft Water. They can deliver it and even put it in the softener if you ask them to. And check this out. They also have an app for your phone called EZ Salt. It'll remind us when it's almost out of salt.
Oh, of course. I should have known that. I'll call them today.
Artesia Soft Water. 575-746-3822.
Water, 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 water. Artesia Soft Water.
At First American Bank, we champion for you and your small business. Our dedicated business banking team offers you individualized financial solutions, lending expertise, innovative products, and personal attention. Our goal is to help you be ready for your next opportunity. Let us be your partner in growth and success, because when you succeed, we do too. First American Bank, your local first community bank since 1903. Equal housing lender.
Hey Artesia, gear up in style at Bulldog Outfitters, your one-stop shop for all things Bulldogs. Under new ownership, Bulldog Outfitters has got you covered. Show your Artesia pride with gear that stands out, from t-shirts to hats and everything in between. Our team can make your ideas come to life. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 4:30 at 1409 West Main in Artesia. Custom orders? Call 575-736-4951. Bulldog Outfitters. Shop local, support local, and let's go Bulldogs.
Attention Southeast New Mexico. The Tate Branch invoice sale is happening right now. For a limited time, every new car is priced at invoice minus rebates. That means you pay less than we paid for the car. We're talking thousands of dollars in savings. And here's the best part. Every car comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty for peace of mind, mile after mile. Come see why so many families choose Tate Branch. Here we price fairly, treat you like family, and provide exceptional customer service every step of the way. Don't wait. Drive home your dream car today during the Tate Branch invoice sale. Tate Branch. Experience the difference.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 1,249 head of cattle sold on Monday on the steady to higher market with excellent buyer attendance. Compared to last week, stocker calves sold 8 to 12 higher, feeder cattle steady to 5 higher, packer cows and bulls sold steady. 3 to 40 pound steers 315 to 605, 3 to 400 pound heifers 465, 495, 4 to 500 pound steers 480, 515. 4 to 500 pound heifers 422, 465, 5 to 600 pound steers 415, 480, 5 to 600 pound heifers 385, 422, 6 700 pound steers 375, 415, 6 to 700 pound heifers 345, 385, 7 800 pound steers 325, 375, 7 800 pound heifers 287, 345. Packer cows 160, 180. Canner and cutter cows 150, 155. Packer bulls $2, 207. Feeder bulls 170, 185. Top half the bred cows, top half the cow calf pairs $3,200, $3,500 per pair. Top half the bred cows $2,800, $3,200 per head. Now remember, this is the top of the market and prices range down from this according to quality, quantity, condition, and feel. We do appreciate the business. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
There you go, Smiley Wooten with our report. Got a lost dog I'm supposed to mention. Travis is the name of the dog. A male, 2 years old, lost by the Artesia Public Library. It's a Chiweenie. Chihuahua and a weenie dog, very small. Last seen with a leather collar with a bell. If you have him or have seen him, call 575-308-7480. 575-308-7480. A reward is being offered, and here's a picture. I'll hold it up to the camera. There's a picture of Travis. So there you go. So if you've seen Travis, please give these folks a call. There is a reward being offered. They would just like to have Travis back. Let's see what else is happening around town. Bloodmobile is going to be down in Carlsbad today from 11 to 3:30. They're going to be at the 1500 University Boulevard. So I'm guessing they're going to be by the Southeast New Mexico College. Then they're going to stop in Artesia tomorrow, or Friday I should say, with the Bloodmobile out of the Walmart. They'll be there noon to 3:30. And then Saturday, the Carlsbad Rotary Club is hosting the Bloodmobile at 202 West Church, 11 to 2. And they'll be accepting donations at their offices in Roswell, 11 to 2:30 on Saturday. As always, call Vitalant, 575-625-9743 to ask any questions or to schedule an appointment. The Hispanic Heritage Month celebration is tomorrow, Wednesday, noon to 1 at Southeast New Mexico College, starring Zeta Hernandez, a space engineer and children's book author. Currently works as an engineer at the NASA Johnson Space Center, focusing on lunar architecture. So this will be tomorrow. I know the posters originally said Tuesday, but it is Wednesday, September 24, noon to 1 at Southeast New Mexico College. So check that out tomorrow. Of course, it's homecoming week. Bulldogs take on the world. The homecoming parade is coming up Friday night, 4 o'clock. They'll leave from the Bulldog Bowl parking lot, head through the downtown area, and Do you know this? Did you notice this, Jeffrey, on this map on the poster here? They've got a paw print on the United States geographically representing where Artesia is. That's fine. But did you see Cuba is red in this map? The rest of the world is, has green and gold color, blue for the oceans and white for the clouds, but Cuba is red on this map. I didn't know if you noticed that on that map. The Yeso Elementary PTO 54th Annual Enchilada Supper is Friday night, 4 to 6:15 at the Park Junior High Cafeteria. It's $10 a plate. Dine in or carry out, dessert included. So that's $10. Yeso Elementary PTO 54th Annual Enchilada Supper. That's this Friday, ahead of the homecoming game. Artesia High Class of 65, 60th class reunion and homecoming is this Friday and Saturday. And hopefully some of these folks are going to bring out some classic cars and do some cruising on Main Street. So that's coming up this weekend. The Friends of the Artesia Public Library book sale is this weekend, the 26th and 27th. $1 a book, $5 a bag, $10 a small box, $15 medium or large box. They've got boxes and bags, in case you don't. 9 to 5:30 on Friday, 9 to 1 on Saturday. Okay, I think that gets us through this stuff going on this week. All right, let's take the news break. We'll be back on the other side.
Now for your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Minute with the Mayor returns today. If you have any concerns about anything going on in Artesia, stop by the Kith and Ken this morning from 8:30 to 9:30 and talk to Mayor John Henry. If you cannot make this meeting, you can also attend the City Council meeting tonight. There is a period at the beginning of each council meeting where the public can speak directly to the council. The United Way of Eddy County held their Day of Caring event on Sunday. Volunteer teams from local companies worked on projects all throughout Eddy County, including multiple projects in Artesia. For one of these, a team from ConocoPhillips painted 3 walls along 8th Street. Additional projects took place at CASA, Haven of Hope, Written in Red, and Oasis Women's Services. And a reminder, the Black Wings exhibit is now on display at the Artesia Historical Museum. The traveling Smithsonian exhibit highlights contributions made by African-American pilots in aviation history. The entire museum, including this exhibit, are free to attend. The museum at 505 West Richardson Street in Artesia. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Cold and flu season is almost here, Artesia. Protect yourself and the people you love. At Lowell's Pharmacy, your health is our priority. Getting your flu shot now means peace of mind all season long. It's quick, easy, and covered by most insurance. Don't wait until it's too late. Stop by Lowell's Pharmacy today and roll up your sleeve. Stay healthy, Artesia, with a flu shot from your hometown pharmacy, Lowell's Pharmacy.
It's time for the Eddy County Sports Report. Boy, I tell you, the Artesia boys soccer team has really been cranking out some goals over their last 3 games. They've always scored at least 5 goals. Their most recent game, an 11-1 victory on Saturday, put the Bulldogs at 11-2 on the season. Samuel Nielsen with 3 goals in that game. Moses Corza with 2. Anton Wodars with 2. Damian Lopez with 2. Yeah, a lot of goals were scored. And then prior to that, the most recent game for Artesia was a 5-1 victory over Eddy County nemesis Carlsbad. 5-1 in that game. Corza had 2 goals. Wodars, Lopez, and Jackson Hollinger also had goals in that game. Next up for Artesia at Lovington tonight at Thursday night, at 6 o'clock. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at KSVP Radio AM 990.
Think Bluetooth is just for listening to music or making calls? Nope. It's one of the sneakiest ways apps track you. I'm Kim Commando. In business, you can have better, cheaper, and faster with Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. Try OCI for free at oracle.com/Kim. Even when GPS is off, your phone is constantly sniffing for nearby Bluetooth devices like trackers, earbuds, and smartwatches. That's normal. Here's where it gets shady. Some apps piggyback on that signal to figure out where you're located, how long you stay, and who else is around. The big stinkers are fitness apps, shopping apps, and airline apps. What are they doing? Building marketing profiles on you. The good news? You can shut it down. On iPhone, open Settings, tap Privacy and Security, and then Bluetooth. Turn off any apps that don't need it. On Android, you need to do the same thing. Head into your settings, open apps, and check permissions, and deny the apps that should not be using Bluetooth. Are you still Googling everything? That's cute. Well, get smarter at getkim.com. In business, they say you can have better, cheaper, or faster, but you only get to pick two. But what if you could have all three at the same time? That's exactly what some of the world's most innovative brands and AI tech companies have, since they've upgraded to the next generation of the cloud, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. OCI is the blazing fast platform for your infrastructure, database, application development, and AI needs, where you can run any workload in a high availability, consistently high performance environment and spend less than you would with other clouds. So how is it faster? OCI's block storage gives you more operations per second. Cheaper? OCI costs up to 50% less for computing, 70% less for storage, and 8% less for networking. Better? And test after test, OCI customers report lower latency and higher bandwidth versus other clouds. This is the cloud built for AI and all your biggest workloads. Right now, with zero commitment, try OCI for free. Head to oracle.com/Kim. That's oracle.com/Kim.
Turpinning & Son Mortuary of Artesia presents a listing of today's obituaries. We do not have any funeral announcements to share with you today. This listing has been presented as a service by Turpinning & Son Mortuary of Artesia, where we make it personal. I think Jennifer is sitting in for Steve-O today with our weather forecast. Jennifer?
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Plenty of sunshine will be building in for Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia for today, and highs are on their way from the upper 80s to the middle 90s. Now, throughout the afternoon time and into tonight, there are some chances for widely scattered showers and a few thunderstorms, too. With the system sliding through, we could see some locally heavier rain. Please be careful as you're heading out and about. Those overnight lows are dropping between 60 and 65. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
I like this song. Sunny and 67 in Artesia. Jeffrey's splitting the difference on the high temperature. Mine says 88 today. He's got us down to 89.5, which I think is better than whatever we were looking at earlier. Humidity is at 72%. The dew point is 58 degrees. Winds are from the north-northwest at 6, gusting to 11. Pressure is 29.85 and rising. Our air quality is 36. High today, 3 degrees above the average daily high for the state. The moon is in the waxing crescent phase, 3% illumination. We're headed towards a full moon. Moonrise will be at 8:26 this morning. We're 13 days from a full moon. Sunset at 6:52, sunrise at 6:47. Sunny 71 in Carlsbad, 66 in Roswell, 68 in Hobbs, America. Let's see what the markets are reacting to this morning on the Wall Street Business Report.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. The rally on Wall Street drove U.S. stocks to more records. The S&P 500 rose 0.4%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average added 66 points, or 0.1%. The Nasdaq Composite climbed 0.7%. Spirit Airlines is preparing to furlough one-third of its flight attendants after filing for its second bankruptcy in a year. The airline will temporarily lay off about 1,800 flight attendants from its total strength of approximately 5,200 effective December 1st. Japanese automaker Nissan is developing vehicles with self-driving technology as it works to turn around its struggling auto business. Hershey has defeated a lawsuit. claiming it misled consumers who were disappointed the Halloween-themed Reese's peanut butter candies they bought didn't have the decorative details shown on the labels. A federal judge ruled that the plaintiffs did not show they suffered economic harm. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, cost and ability to pay shouldn't get in the way. That's why Trans-Aero Medevac, through the generous support of the Written in Red Foundation and the PY Foundation, provide air ambulance memberships to the residents of Eddy County at no out-of-pocket cost. As an Eddy County resident, as long as you're flown by Trans-Aero Medevac, Trans-Aero will accept your insurance or third-party payment with no additional out-of-pocket expense. Best of all, as a resident of Eddy County, you're automatically enrolled, free of charge. Because when minutes matter, financial burden should be the last thing on anyone's mind. You have a choice. Be sure to request Trans-Aero, a streamlined, personal, patient, and family-friendly air ambulance service. Flown for free thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details, 2nd and Sycamore, and 1309 Southeast Main.
Welcome to Answers with Ken Ham. The account of origins presented in the Genesis is a simple but factual presentation of actual events and provides reliable basis for man's worldview and a framework for scientific investigation into the question of the origin and history of life. Answers with Ken Ham is brought to you by Harvest Fellowship at 2307 West Main in Artesia. Call Pastor Ronnie Williams at 746-6195. Now, today's Answers with Ken Ham.
Why is America divided? This is Ken Ham inviting you to visit our life-size Noah's Ark near Cincinnati in northern Kentucky. Yes, America is a divided nation. Lots of people know this, but they're not addressing the real problem or solution. America has and always will be a divided nation because there's a spiritual battle that's been raging for 6,000 years. You see, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. There's a worldview clash because people have different starting points. It's God's word versus man's word. The spiritual battle for the hearts and minds in our nation isn't fought with physical weapons. It's fought with prayer, the authority of God's word, and the preaching of the saving gospel. It's the gospel that changes hearts for now and also for eternity.
Sign up for daily email insights from Ken Ham when you go to AnswersRadio.com. Visit our website at AnswersRadio.com.
Friday night it was late and I was walking you home. We got down to the gate and I was dreaming of the night. Oh, what a turnout ride.
Well, we are we're back here on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. We've got Chamber Chat coming up in the next hour. And I was just looking to see, Jeffrey, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I didn't know, is there, how is this correctly done? Is there a Turning Point chapter in Artesia? You know, there's been a lot of discussion. Join us here. You know, there's been a lot of talk about Turning Point USA after the murder of Charlie Kirk, and of course the memorial program that was held Sunday in Phoenix, Arizona. And I didn't know if there was a chapter around here. I didn't know if you had heard whether or not there was one around here.
Not that I know of.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not finding a reasonable way to locate one here. I'm hoping there is.
UNM.
Okay. So, because there's been a lot of discussion in the media, some of the media, that there's been there's been a lot of talk about. There's a lot of interest in joining chapters that already exist or starting new chapters, and I'd just be kind of curious to see. I'm asking ChatGPT if they know. Chapters in New Mexico. Eastern New Mexico University in Portales. New Mexico State University in Las Cruces. And University of New Mexico in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So, let's see. If you want, I can check for high school chapters even closer to Artesia. So let me hit yes. It's amazing how these AI things are. Let's see, New Mexico State University. There are high school resources options for starting chapters. There are chapters in New Mexico, but none confirmed for Artesia High School or Artesia Public Schools. So it looks like there are 3 chapters in New Mexico, one at Eastern in Portales, one at NMSU in Las Cruces, and one at UNM.
UNM. And we got a college south and a college north. I mean, come on. 40 miles. Those two could pick some up.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting to see how long this continues. There were a lot of different reports as to how many people were in Phoenix Sunday. Gutfeld was saying 100,000. The media was saying 90,000. And so are you going to believe Gutfeld or are you going to believe the media in all this? I don't know.
I'll say 115,000.
Split the difference, right? Oh, no. Go even higher. But I'd be kind of curious to see what the long-term effect of this is. Right now, there's a lot of people that are very upset over the murder. A lot of people calling it an assassination, but definitely murder. And assassination is probably as good a word as any.
That was a news story yesterday that I think it was Google or someone switched it. They had just said died, and they switched it to assassinated. Because they're like, no, you can't say that he was just killed by whatever. No, he was assassinated. And so they've started to reframe that as, yes, he was assassinated. This wasn't just a random murder. This was an assassination.
Well, murder, if it's first degree, is premeditated. Clearly, if this guy is guilty, it seems to me, based on what we have read, that he set out premeditated with a desire to extinguish the life of Charlie Kirk. So it's definitely, in my opinion, at least a first-degree murder. Assassination, I mean, I could see where that term is. I'll just be kind of curious to see because there's a lot of interest in Charlie Kirk. People are seeing some of his clips on the internet and are being exposed to his work that had never really seen or read any of the things that Charlie Kirk did. I had been watching his shorts on YouTube for quite a while now, where he is confronted by an angry liberal and how he tries to have that conversation with the angry liberals. And, and sometimes at the end of the short, I'm like, well, that was a pretty good argument. And there have been a couple of times where that kind of fell flat. But at least he did that. And then the other thing you're hearing a lot of, there's a lot of people saying, well, Charlie would have wanted this, and Charlie would have wanted that. And unless you were Charlie,
yeah,
I mean, I guess you could base those opinions on things that he has said in interviews and stuff like that. But it's be careful there.
Yeah, I think the only people who can really say things like that and actually have some credit or authority would be his wife.
Correct.
You know, she, and apparently, you know, from looking at that, they had one of the most amazing relationships. Just, he was who he proclaimed to be.
Yeah.
So I would trust her judgment of what her husband would have done. But pundits,
yeah, especially those that maybe casually met him or knew of him and didn't know that much. There were a couple things that came out of the Sunday thing that I thought were interesting. A lot of people in the media were showing the video clips of Elon going up to the presidential box and having words with and shaking hands with Trump. The Daily Mail has lip readers on retainer. And they were one of the first organizations to come out with what their lip reader said was said by the two. The whole thing with Elon and his support for Trump in the election and then the Doge process was very intriguing to me and very interesting because to me they're not compatible individuals,
right?
Based on their prior histories, but Elon, after seeing the assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania, swung hard into support for Trump.
Yeah.
And then when Doge didn't go as fast as he wanted it to go, then there was the split there. But the lip readers are saying that, Trump, let's get back together for Charlie Kirk. I've missed you, something like that. Whether he said that or not, I don't know.
I missed you more.
But no. I think the world, at least from a political standpoint moving forward, for conservatism would be better served by those two working together instead of him, Elon, forming a third party and all this other kind of stuff. So we'll see how that turns out. But the 2 or 3 clips that I've seen of Elon at the deal in Phoenix, and again, I don't know. Has Elon ever called me for anything? Have I ever talked to him about anything? No. So I don't know.
Yeah, right.
But it looks like he was moved or affected deeply by this assassination, and maybe that led towards him wanting to shake hands with Trump and say, "Hey, I'm not mad at you anymore. Please don't be mad at me. Can we help each other out?" So we'll see where that ends. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it continues.
I do like it how many people have watched his videos now, and they hated him because of the perception media gave. And now they start watching his videos and they're like, what's wrong with these people? All he's doing is telling the truth.
Yeah.
And it's played of kind of like you were saying earlier, maybe that was yesterday, of sources say.
Yeah.
You can take anything and edit it to make it support whatever cause you want.
It's true. Some of the other news networks' coverage of it has been kind of crazy, and some of the commentators they've had on there talking about it's been kind of crazy too. So it remains to be seen. But according to the internet, the college chapters in New Mexico are at Eastern in Portales, NMSU in Las Cruces, and UNM in Albuquerque. It'd be kind of interesting to see if they've seen an increase in the amount of membership. According to KOAT, Joshua Gonzalez is the advisor at Eastern in Portales. And so that's what we know there. And we'll see how this if this turns into if this grows into something bigger than it was before his murder. And it'd be interesting to see. And if the people that are joining it are truly interested in what the founding principles of Turning Point USA are.
Right, the platform and their belief system, not just, oh, this guy was killed, we need to go and...
Right.
Yeah.
But if that motivates some people to take part and they become active in it, that's not a bad thing.
No.
So.
And I was reading a lot about the church attendance, the huge spike after his assassination, and so that's been a lot of comparisons of this isn't how he wanted all of this to move forward, but it has
lifted things up. All right, Jeffrey, let's break for news. It's 8 o'clock. This is KSVP Artesia, K229AS Artesia. It's 8 o'clock.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. There's a commonly used pain reliever fever reducer that President Trump advises women to avoid during pregnancy. It's acetaminophen,
which is basically commonly known as Tylenol.
The FDA notifying doctors that the use of acetaminophen during pregnancy can be associated with an increased risk of autism in children. It's a claim that Tylenol's maker disputes, though there are conflicting studies on the matter. The president is among world leaders gathered in New York for the UN General Assembly. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres is warning that humanity has entered an age of reckless disruption and relentless human suffering. President Trump will soon address the gathering. He may touch on the Israel-Hamas conflict.
As global leaders gather at the United Nations this week, several U.S. allies, including Australia, Britain, Canada, and France, have announced support for a Palestinian state. The president is standing in solidarity with Israel, which adamantly opposes Palestinian statehood. The White House says the president feels such recognition won't win the release of hostages or end the war between Israel and Hamas.
White House correspondent Greg Clugston. In the face of pressure from the left, ABC is bringing back Jimmy Kimmel's late-night show tonight. The network suspended it last week following Kimmel's comments about Charlie Kirk's assassin. Meanwhile, a second prominent Republican has joined the pushback against FCC Chairman Brandon Carr.
Former Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he agrees with Texas Senator Ted Cruz, who accused the FCC of overstepping its bounds with regard to the controversy over comments made by ABC late-night host Jimmy Kimmel.
And that's correspondent Bob Agnew. On Wall Street this hour, stocks are mixed. The Dow is up almost 300 points. The Nasdaq Composite Index down 57, and the S&P trading 5 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
The Federal Reserve just cut interest rates, and that could be big news for the price of physical gold and silver. That's why Advantage Gold invites you to call 800-741-GOLD. Call now and you'll get your free gold and silver information kit, and you could qualify for up to $10,000 in free gold and silver with your IRA or 401k rollover. Advantage Gold has been ranked the #1 gold company in America for the last 10 years. And with the U.S. dollar facing serious devaluation, now is the time to act. We've partnered with former IMF Chief Economist Kenneth Rogoff. And when you call 800-741-GOLD, you'll also receive his best-selling book, Our Dollar, Your Problem, absolutely free. Gold and silver are real, tangible assets that have protected wealth for centuries. Advantage Gold helps you move your IRA or 401k into physical precious metals, tax-free and penalty-free. Consult your financial advisor before investing. Call 800-741-4653 now. That's 800-741-GOLD.
4 New York prison guards plead guilty in the death of a black inmate, 43-year-old Robert Brooks.
The pleas came Monday. 2 guards pleading guilty to first-degree manslaughter, 2 others pleading guilty to second-degree manslaughter. Brooks was beaten while handcuffed at Marcy Correctional Facility in December. The incident caught on body cam. He'd been serving a 12-year sentence for assault. 10 guards were charged in February. The first plea in the case came in May when a guard charged with murder pleaded guilty to manslaughter. Later that month, another guard pleaded guilty to attempted tampering with physical evidence. The remaining 4 of the 10 guards go on trial in October. Julie Walker, New York.
5 teenagers wounded in a shooting at an apartment complex in El Paso, Texas. Police say a group in an outdoor area within the complex appeared to be about to get into a fight last night. Someone started shooting into the crowd. 15-year-old is in police custody. News and analysis, townhall.com. If you were betting on gambling in a Big Apple casino, you lose.
Plans to build New York City's first full-service casino have run out of luck. A local panel rejecting the last of 3 Manhattan proposals, vying for one of the new state licenses to operate a casino in the huge market. That proposal was for a 6-acre deal near the UN. A plan to build a Caesar's Palace in Times Square and another for a resort on Manhattan's west side were also voted down. A number of clergy groups and family associations had rallied against the casino idea. Jason Walker reported.
Tech giant Oracle will spearhead a new joint venture being formed to assume control of TikTok in the U.S. The popular video platform is currently owned by Chinese firm ByteDance that's raised security and privacy concerns. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hi, this is Holly from Nell's Floral in Artesia, and we are so happy to be the new florist for the KSVIP. If you know someone who is having a special date or event, a birthday, anniversary, or something big is happening in their life, let's make them the KSVIP. On their day, we'll say something on the radio about your special person, and they will receive a beautiful flower from Nell's Floral. So call KSVP at 575-746-2751 and nominate your KSVIP.
Hey, we're back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. Gene Dow filling in for Scott Pettis today. Scott will be back with us on Thursday. I'll be with you today, tomorrow, and Friday. And then Scott has all next week for you because I'll be hanging out at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair, which starts Monday up in Roswell, New Mexico. So that's what we've got going on. Rankings have been updated for the high school football, and Artesia at 4-1 is number 1 in 5A football. Roswell High at 3-2, they are number 2. Lovington, which beat Goddard over the weekend, moves up to number 3 at 2-3. Gadsden is at number 4. Despite the loss with Artesia, they stay in the top 5 at number 4. Goddard, despite the loss to Lovington, stays in the top 5 at number 5. And the first non-Southern District team to make the top 10 is Los Alamos at 5-0. Number 6. Deming at 0-5 is still the 7th ranked team in 5A football in New Mexico. Mayfield got their first win over the weekend. They move up to number 8. Miyamura out of Gallup, 3-2 on the year. They're number 9. Valley out of Albuquerque, 1-4. They are number 10. Highland is 3-2 to start the year, so they're at number 11. And then Belen, 2-3 on the season. They come in at number 12. The teams that, if the season were to end right now, would not make the playoffs would be 0-5 Santa Teresa, 1-4 Capital, 0-5 Del Norte, and 0-5 Rio Grande. So you've got 4 teams in 5A football who do not have a win. You've got 1, 2, 3 teams that have 1 win. And there's 1 team in 5A that has not yet lost a game, and that's Los Alamos at 5-0, Artesia at 4-1. Coming up on the TV tonight, KSVPTV.com. You can watch the Lady Bulldog volleyball team as they'll be taking on Carlsbad. And that'll be at 6 o'clock, give or take there. The JV game is at 5. If the JV game is 2 sets, then they should be close to 6 o'clock to start. If the JV game winds up going 3 sets, it may be 6:15 or 6:30 before the varsity gets rolling. Girls soccer, they're hosting Roswell today, JV at 4, varsity at 6. And we'll be streaming the varsity game for you at 6 o'clock. So that's what we've got coming up on the TV tonight. Do we have anything else tonight? Let me look and see. NMMI may have something tonight as well. So let's just look and see. Yeah, Colt soccer tonight versus Socorro. So KSVP TV on the web, KSVP TV on the YouTubes. You can watch Colt soccer versus Socorro, Artesia girls soccer versus Roswell, and Artesia volleyball versus Carlsbad. So that's what we've got on the channel for you tonight. Tomorrow night we've got NMMI volleyball versus Frank Phillips College. That'll be at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Lady Colt volleyball versus Hondo Valley on Thursday. And then Friday, we've got the high school football games. We don't have the Artesia game up there yet, Jeffrey. Roswell football at Santa Teresa. Goddard football versus Gadsden. And, of course, Artesia homecoming versus Lovington will be on Friday night. So, there you go. Jennifer's filling in for Steve-O today. It's the day of fill-in hosts. What do you have for us, Jennifer?
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Plenty of sunshine will be building in for Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia for today, and highs are on their way from the upper 80s to the middle 90s. Now, throughout the afternoon time and into tonight, there are some chances for widely scattered showers and a few thunderstorms, too. With a system sliding through, we could see some locally heavier rain. Please be careful as you're heading out and about. Those overnight lows are dropping between 60 and 65. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
All right, I was just writing down what the records are of the teams that were streaming this weekend. Artesia 4-1, Lovington 2-3, Roswell 3-2, Santa Teresa 0-5, Goddard is 3-2, Gadsden is 4-1. So it all should be some good games. Right now we've got sunny skies, 69 degrees. We're going up to 88 for a high today. Cloudy and 77 tomorrow. Sunny and 82 on Thursday, cloudy and 84 on Football Friday, and then we've got some rain chance moving in Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. 81 the high Saturday, 75 on Sunday, 74 on Monday. Humidity at 67%. The dew point is 58 degrees. Winds are out of the north-northwest at 7, gusting to 14. Pressure 29.86 and on the rise. Air quality is 37. We have good air quality today. The moon is in the waxing crescent phase, 3% illumination. Moonrise at 8:26. The next full moon is in 13 days. Sunset 6:52. Sunrise 6:47. Sunshine all over New Mexico at this hour. 72 in Carlsbad, 68 in Roswell, 71 in Hobbs, 58 in Albuquerque, 53 in Santa Fe, 56 in Cloudcroft, 58 in Ruidoso. They do have a flood watch up there today. 67 in Alamogordo, 68 in Las Cruces, 50 in Gallup, 52 at Farmington, and then partly cloudy, 49 at Taos, mostly sunny, 41 at Red River. Sunshine, 62 in Clovis, and in West Texas, sunny, 72 in Lubbock, 71 in El Paso. Well, let's do Chamber Chat right after this.
The City of Artesia is proud to announce that we've renewed our agreement with Trans-Aero Medevac. This means that Eddy County residents are automatically enrolled in Trans-Aero's free air ambulance membership program, ensuring there are no out-of-pocket costs that need to be paid if you're flown to a hospital by Trans-Aero. Remember, this benefit only applies to Trans-Aero Medevac. To receive this benefit, ask for Trans-Aero specifically in a medical emergency. For situations where you cannot speak, make sure you have your Trans-Aero membership card alongside either your ID or health insurance card. This will act as a request for Trans-Aero Medevac. You can print out the membership card on the City of Artesia's website. In life's most critical moments, Trans-Aero, the City of Artesia, and our partners stand ready to help when you need it most. If you're an Eddy County resident, take advantage of this free benefit and make sure you fly with Trans-Aero Medevac.
Wilbanks LLC and Wilbanks Trucking Services LLC has over 37 years of experience, from 1987 to 2025 in the Permian Basin oil and gas industry. Wilbanks recently divested out of the rig moving operations to focus exclusively on providing crane services to support the growing demand in the basin. Wilbanks continues to provide quality, expert, and performance-based services to a multitude of customers, with a fleet ranging from 60-ton to 350-ton cranes and locations in Hobbs, Artesia, and Odessa, Texas. We hope that you will consider our team for projects ranging from plant builds, compressor sets, to general site build. Please call us at 575-746-6318 to find out what we can do for you. Wilbanks LLC, your regional expert in the crane world. When was the last time a bank asked you if you'd like to keep more of your money? At Artesia Credit Union, you pay yourself by avoiding big bank fees and all the corporate investors that go along with them. Let Artesia Credit Union help you achieve financial happiness. From home and auto loans to a working line of credit or sending your kids to college, membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Stop by the branch on 5th Street or log on to artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Check out a favorite fall family attraction in Artesia. Heirloom Acres Corn Maze and Pumpkin Patch is open weekends in October. Get lost in the 10-acre corn maze. Pick a pumpkin straight from the patch. Bounce into fun on the inflatable pillow. Enjoy tasty treats and roast s'mores around the campfires. Open Friday nights and weekends from October 4th through October 26th. Heirloom Acres, 1 mile east of Artesia on Highway 82 and online at heirloomacres.co. Paid for by Eddy County Lodgers.
Big O Tires. From September 2nd to the 28th, get $60 in rebate savings on sets of 4 Michelin tires, totaling $900 or more. Or get $40 in rebate savings on purchases of $899.99 or less with installation purchase. Plus, Big O Tires will match up to $60 in instant savings. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees. Extra where permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers.
Did you know Artesia Ford now offers mobile service? That's right, we come to you. From fluid and air filter changes, battery and wiper replacements, low tires to diagnostic scans and software updates, Artesia Ford's mobile service makes light maintenance easy and convenient. Call Stephen Chavarria, your mobile service manager today, 575-746-3578 to schedule your visit. Limited services and distances apply, so don't wait. Get service on the go with Artesia Ford. it's Good Morning Artesia.
Good
And
morning, Gene.
Good
You're
morning.
back. Happy Tuesday.
Well,
I mean, you've been back, just not with me on Tuesdays.
That's true. We haven't done trivia or anything.
Oh, man. Can we do that today? Do we have one?
We can. What was it, Baby Boomer? No, it wasn't Baby Boomer trivia. What trivia was it?
We were doing like 90s, I think, or 2000s.
Okay.
Something like that.
2000s trivia.
Maybe.
Okay, I'll look something
All
up.
right.
Would you believe Jeffrey was making fun of my orange phone?
You got a new one?
I got a new one.
I've been seeing these things advertised.
Yeah.
What are you feeling? How are you liking it?
I love it. It's working great.
And the orange matches?
Yes.
There should be no making fun of orange.
That's what I thought.
Dang. So are you used to it?
The only thing I've had to do...
Oh, it's like a salmon. This is actually one of my favorite colors.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. That is so nice.
The only thing I've had to do is the new phones. I don't know. Is yours a 16 or a 15?
I think I'm a 12.
A 12, okay.
Or 13.
13. The only thing, starting with the 16, they have this camera button on the side right here where my thumb is.
Oh, okay.
And based on the way that I pick up and I hold and I grab the phone, I was always activating the camera.
Oh.
So I turned that button off.
Oh,
because when I pick it up, I'm hitting the camera button. When I hold it like this, I'm hitting the camera button. So it was constantly
taking random
loading
photos?
up the well, it didn't take the photo.
Oh.
It was just bringing up the camera thing. And so I turned that button off. So I actually have a camera button on the screen. That will bring it up.
You can customize that now, right?
And then I've got my this button. I've got. What do you mean you need to know my name? Know my face. I've got it to where it will load up the thermostats and all the stuff at the house or here, and then I haven't. There's another button that's customizable. Right now, I just have it to where it turns on the flashlight.
Oh, cool.
But you can customize that button too. But anyway,
wow,
it's been working very well. So.
That's really cool. I just looked. I am a 13 Pro.
That's what Lana has.
Nice.
She has the 13 Pro Max. And she says she will not get rid of her phone until it absolutely dies. She loves her phone.
Cool.
So, but I had
do too.
I had an 11. It was 6 years old, and I think it was time to get
and
a
so
new
you
phone.
got your 17.
Yep, and I got it in orange.
And there's like two different 17s, right?
There's the regular 17,
Uh-huh.
which is in a bunch of different neon colors, purples and stuff
okay.
like that. Then there's the Air, which is the super thin phone.
Okay.
And then there's the Pro and Pro Max.
Oh, there's 4.
Right.
Wow.
And so this is the Pro Max.
Nice.
So there we go.
I go big or go home.
That's, yeah. Now the Air screen is almost the same size as this screen.
Oh, wow.
So, and
It's just thin.
like half the thickness of this phone. We saw one at the store in El Paso, and it was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And I even thought about maybe, but I take a lot of videos and pictures and stuff, and so I thought let me get the 3 lens system there. But,
yeah.
But that's the first time that Lana and I have ever gone to the Apple Store on launch day +1.
Okay.
Launch day was Friday. That's
And
the
you
first
went
day.
Saturday?
We went Saturday.
And how was it?
Oh, it's great.
Was it busy?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, extremely busy. They had the rope line thing out in the mall.
Uh-huh.
And they were checking people in. Do you have an appointment? Are you here to look? Whatever. We have to
Wow.
limit how many people were in the store. And the guys helping us said they had been slammed all day Friday and slammed on Saturday.
So it's still a thing to go wait in line for the new phones.
I don't think it's the same thing as it was, where you saw the lines out the stores, because so many people will order online or schedule appointments or do stuff like that. But and it's just amazing standing there waiting. We got in and met the guy that was going to help us, and we were waiting as he was finishing a couple of other transactions, and just watching them come out of the back with bags of stuff that people were buying: phones, watches, tablets.
Wow.
It was just weird.
Yeah, you're like, man, these guys are just raking it in right
How
now.
many millions of dollars of inventory is in that room back there?
Yeah. just in this one store.
Yes.
Just
yes.
the one place.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy. And that is not a dead mall.
No?
That is Sila Vista Mall, Sila Vista Mall there in El Paso. That's a busy mall. There's hardly any vacancies. People are in there. They're shopping. It's
That's cool.
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
To see. So this is what the real.
This is what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, it was crazy. Traffic
cool.
was crazy, But
Yeah. Wow. Big city life.
Big city life.
Yes. Yeah. Last night we had soccer, and but we were going to dinner.
Okay.
North, kind of out by the country club, my mother-in-law's house. And so left my house, and you can't go down 26, right? Because it's closed. And so everybody's diverted down 20th to Hermosa and then out to JC Park from there. So it's a good 10-minute drive from where I live. But it's a good 15 minutes from where she lives. So I get all the way, I leave my house, go to JC, drop him off, go all the way back to her house, 15 minutes, and then they called it for lightning. So I get all the way back out there, but everybody was leaving, right? So there was flag football games ending, there was soccer, everybody was just having to leave.
That was a traffic jam.
Yes. I was like, man, this is like 4th of July out here tonight.
Oh, that's
and a
crazy.
bunch of people started utilizing that third road coming out, and I said, we did too, and I was like, otherwise we're never going to get out of here.
Yeah.
My kid comes walking across, didn't even notice him. He's walking across the grass field after the turf, like he had come out of the turf and come all the way back around, and I'm like, and he's going like this and slapping it.
Oh, the bugs?
And yeah, and he's like, I didn't think there would be that many mosquitoes, Mom. I was like, oh no. But man, it was nuts. And then all the way 15 more minutes back to her house. I was gone for 45 minutes. And I'm like, I didn't even go that far. But I felt like I was in a big city.
Yeah. Well, it was big. And of course, we went in from Carlsbad, went down through Salt Flat and all that. And that highway construction they've got going on there, and the hole they're digging, and the big overpasses and all that, and that gets real treacherous. And so we were leaving, and Lana said, "Do you want to get something to drink?" And I was in the left lane. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, okay. And she said, there's a McDonald's up there. I said, yeah, but it's on the right. I'm in the left lane. And so we had to do the big city move, turn on the blinkers and go.
Yeah. Just
boom,
get across.
Boom, and get over. And so we were able to stop and do the pit stop before we hit the highway again. And then as we were headed out of town, we stopped at the Border Patrol checkpoint, right? Mm-hmm. They've got all the cones. You have to stop.
Yeah.
And there's nobody there. I mean, there were hardly anybody on the highway at that time heading east. Mm-hmm. Most of the traffic was westbound. And so we pull in like you're supposed to, because the cone said we're supposed to, and we pull up to the little guard shack with the stoplight, and they had a little piece of paper in the window that said go.
Okay. Peace out.
So what do? I said,
just keep going.
Go.
All right.
Because Lana was driving at this point, and go.
So we went.
That's
nice.
I thought that was kind of funny.
We used to have to go to Las Cruces a lot, and so coming back, you have to go through the checkpoint right there around White Sands. Well, I figured out, because it started going so much, I figured out where they take your picture,
mm-hmm.
And it flashes at you real fast, and so I started making faces. I would
who doesn't do that now?
Sticking out my tongue, right? And I would get up to the guard shack, and you could just see him. He looks over at his screen, and he just smirks and smiles, and he's like, oh, it's so funny, because I'd look at him like, did you see that?
Yeah, good for you. I'm glad it was just a smile and not anything more
Oh no!
Than
I
that.
was trying to make him have a good day.
Exactly. I think there was one time are you U.S. everybody a U.S. citizen? That's usually the question. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they'll say, "Where you headed?"
Yeah.
Or where you from? And one time they said, "Where you headed?" And I said, "Artesia, New Mexico." Have you ever heard of Artesia, New Mexico? You ever been there?
Yeah. Yeah.
No conversation. You just kind of smiled. Yeah.
Yep. Been there, done that.
That's
Trained
right.
there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Got some trivia questions here.
Oh, you found one. Okay. Let's see. Let's hear it.
Probably the best viral moment in Newlyweds, Nick and Jessica,
Oh, I know this one.
was Jessica Simpson getting confused about whether she was eating chicken or fish due to the can
Yes.
saying chicken of the sea, when she knew it was in fact what type of fish?
Tuna.
Correct. So you remember that episode?
Oh, yeah. And there's a whole thing about buffalo wings, too. She's so pretty. We'll just leave it there.
Okay. There you go.
But yes. It was a big deal. She's like, why does it say chicken of the sea when it's tuna?
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a whole thing in
Yes.
the episode. Okay.
Yes. And then the buffalo wings also. Just like buffaloes do not have wings. So why is this chicken?
You wonder if there's some of that inspiration for that character for
Dukes of Hazzard?
for Sheldon Cooper.
Oh.
Would have come from something from The Simpsons like that, where they're
Yes.
talking about literally trying to understand what's on this packaging.
Yes.
So.
Yes. And that was really her. I mean, she's like, why does it say chicken of the sea, but it's fish? A great question.
What was it? Was it the second Anchorman movie? The guy that did the sports, they had broken up and had been doing some different things, and the guy that did the sports had a fast food bat restaurant.
Ew.
And he called it the Chicken of the Cave.
Oh, probably
Yeah.
referencing, yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's funny.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, good old Jessica.
Okay, let's see. What heavenly four-letter word names both a 2009 Beyonce song and the video game series considered the killer app for the Xbox?
Halo.
Halo is the correct answer.
Yes.
So you're 2 for 2.
All right.
Okay, now this one you may get or you may not. We'll do 2 more.
Okay.
All right. Real-life Vogue editor Anna Wintour
Okay.
is said to be the inspiration for Miranda Priestley, the HR nightmare of a boss, in what 2003 Lauren Weisberger novel that was adopted into a Meryl Streep film?
The Devil Wears Prada.
You knew that as soon as I said
Miranda
Priestley.
Priestley, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, last one.
Okay.
What controversial musical icon made headlines in 2002 when he dangled his 9-month-old son over the balcony of a German hotel to greet a crowd of onlookers?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Was his son, with the son? What?
He's like, you knew them all.
You
I'm
knew
like, I
them
know.
all.
We. Oh, Jeffrey knew them all as well.
Ah, okay. Probably.
Yeah. Did you? Without looking, maybe not.
I would have guessed tuna on the first question,
Mhm.
even though I've never seen the episode.
Because you've seen the can that says chicken of the sea. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have gotten The Devil Wears Prada. It wasn't a movie I watched or anything like that. I knew it was Michael Jackson that dangled his son.
Yeah.
I didn't know his son was named Blanket.
I did not know that either.
That's in the question here. The Xbox Beyonce song, I might have guessed Halo, but I wouldn't have known it because of
Well,
anything like
that clue that got me for that one was the heavenly 4-letter word.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, yeah.
So what could that be? So
Yeah.
well, cool. So we did some trivia.
Yay! We are batting 100% today.
That's right. That's
Love
right.
it.
Found some trivia that you know.
I do.
Yeah.
I did.
2000s trivia is what that is.
2000. Like actual, just in 2000? Or was it all different years? 2000. I can't remember.
It's the 2000s pop culture trivia questions.
Okay.
Ranked from easiest to hardest.
Oh, did you give me a hard
So
one?
we started with the easiest.
Can we have one more hard one?
All right.
See if I can get it.
Let me scroll down because I'm assuming these are the harder ones.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna be me. I kissed a girl. And So What are all #1 hits written in part by what Swedish record producer who's second only to Paul McCartney in the number of chart toppers?
Dang, that is hard.
That's a
I
hard
know
one.
who sings all the songs.
Right. But who is the...
Who wrote them?
Wrote them, yes. Written in part.
In part.
By a Swedish record producer.
Yeah, I don't know record producers. But do you know who does write a lot of songs for other people and for herself? Is Taylor Swift. She's a really amazing songwriter.
You know,
I have known this.
I saw this on the Babylon Bee.
Oh, is that false?
No. Trump has declared Swifties as a terrorist group.
I doubt it. That's funny, though. Good old Babylon.
Yeah. Max Martin is the answer.
Max. Yeah, don't. Bummer. But those were good songs.
What franchise sequel was America's top grossing film of 2004 and had a plot somewhat inspired by the 1967 classic Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Top grossing film of 2004, sequel film in 2004. The plot of the movie loosely based on the 67 classic Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Do you remember the 67 classic?
No. Do you? Tell me a little more about this.
If I remember correctly, it's got Spencer Tracy in it.
Okay.
And he has a daughter. And his daughter has a boyfriend. And her boyfriend is played by Sidney Poitier.
Okay.
Who is a black man.
Okay.
So, white daughter,
black boyfriend
coming to dinner. Spencer Tracy, and I don't know if it was Katharine Hepburn in the original. There it is. They always move these things around.
Dang, I don't know that answer. 2004?
Spencer Tracy, Sidney Poitier, Katharine Hepburn, and Catherine Houghton was the daughter. So according to this, your answer is Shrek.
Oh. Shrek 2, huh?
What it says.
Interesting.
So.
Oh, that would make sense because she has to bring him home.
Okay.
The princess brings Shrek to meet her parents so they can get married.
I see.
Or something.
Something.
They did get married, the first one. I don't know. I can't know when I watched it the other day. Now I can't remember. Did you know this one? Did you know it was Shrek 2? Oh. Oh, stink.
Well, that's okay. This is 2000s trivia.
Yeah.
And this
He
movie
was
came out in
close.
2004.
But I didn't think Guess Who
Yeah.
was a top
Yeah.
bestseller. But Shrek 2 definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Cool. Great. Well, these harder ones are very hard. Dang
Guess
it.
who's coming to dinner? There's a question mark.
Yes.
I mean, there's a apostrophe in
yes.
S. Yeah. Spencer Tracy, Sidney Poitier.
Cool.
So, Katharine Hepburn. Now, you probably remember Katharine Hepburn from...
Breakfast at Tiffany's?
No, that was the...
Audrey Hepburn.
Audrey Hepburn.
Yep. Wrong one.
She was in the movie with the
You know, the one where they did
with
the thing
boat and
in the water.
Humphrey Bogart. Humphrey Bogart and what was that movie? The African Queen.
Oh.
She was in The African Queen with Humphrey Bogart.
Oh.
But yes, and
Did you know she passed in 03.
Yes, at 96. Wow. So, okay, let's take a news break.
Okay.
And then we'll do some chamber chat. All right, don't go away, folks. We'll be right back.
Now for your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Sorello. Minute with the Mayor returns today. If you have any concerns about anything going on in Artesia, stop by the Kith and Ken this morning from 8:30 to 9:30 and talk to Mayor John Henry. If you cannot make this meeting, you can also attend the City Council meeting tonight. There is a period at the beginning of each council meeting where the public can speak directly to the council. The United Way of Eddy County held their Day of Caring event on Sunday. Volunteer teams from local companies worked on projects all throughout Eddy County, including multiple projects in Artesia. For one of these, a team from ConocoPhillips painted 3 walls along 8th Street. Additional projects took place at CASA, Haven of Hope, Written in Red, and Oasis Women's Services. And a reminder, the Black Wings exhibit is now on display at the Artesia Historical Museum. The traveling Smithsonian exhibit highlights contributions made by African American pilots in aviation history. The entire museum, including this exhibit, are free to attend. The museum at 505 West Richardson Street in Artesia. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning. September is historically one of the weakest months for stocks, but it sure has not been this year. The S&P, NASDAQ, and Dow all hit record highs again yesterday, on signs that tech and AI stocks will keep rising into next year, after NVIDIA said it will invest $100 billion in OpenAI to build out more data centers. Stock in Disney ABC was little changed after hours, after ABC said they will start broadcasting Jimmy Kimmel's show again tonight. They said we've spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy and reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday, and Kimmel will address the issue during his show tonight. Apple rose on reports of strong demand for the iPhone 17. StubHub's new stock fell for the 4th day in a row. There's a real estate deal. Compass Real Estate is buying Rival Anywhere Real Estate to strengthen Compass in the weak real estate market. Visitors to Las Vegas are down 7 months in a row, so Las Vegas is having its first ever 5-day sale with deals on resorts, entertainment, and food. With business, I'm Joe Connolly.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
Hey everyone, with your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales. With C.D. Lamb sidelined for multiple weeks with a high ankle sprain, tight end Jake Ferguson tells you about picking up the slack in the absence of the All-Pro right after this.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you... Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow. Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service. Guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
A true Dallas Cowboys fan is there for the journey and the destination. This is the season to make your journey count by flying through McAllen International Airport, the South Texas airport of the Dallas Cowboys. Whether you're flying down for McAllen's award-winning fall and holiday festivals, or you're a South Texas fan flying up to cheer the Cowboys on, make your journey as satisfying as your destination at the South Texas airport of the Dallas Cowboys. McAllen International Airport, above, beyond, at McAllenairport.com.
Cowboys tight end Jake Ferguson led the team with 13 catches Sunday at the Bears. He has 27 so far this year, the most of any Cowboy ever through the first 3 games of the season. And with news yesterday that CeeDee Lamb's ankle sprain could sideline him at least a few games, Ferguson knows upcoming opponents will adjust their pass defense the way the Bears did Sunday when Lamb left the game early.
A lot of man coverage, and then talking about CeeDee going down. Initially we got out there and that's all they were doing is doubling him. Having to work off that, getting in here at halftime, trying to figure out, what we got to do to, get open.
Next up for Ferguson and the Cowboys, the Packers come to town in Micah Parsons' homecoming to AT&T Stadium on Sunday Night Football. With your Cowboys report, I'm Christy Scales.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Plenty of sunshine will be building in for Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia for today, and highs are on their way from the upper 80s to the middle 90s. Now, throughout the afternoon time and into tonight, there are some chances for widely scattered showers and a few thunderstorms, too. With a system sliding through, we could see some locally heavier rain. Please be careful as you're heading out and about. Those overnight lows are dropping between 60 and 65. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
All right, Jennifer. What do we have for... it's like the weather here, Jessica. I say what the weather is, and Jeffrey puts up a different temperature.
I noticed this says 89.5.
Because according to my screen, which is what I read, which is what I say,
yes,
we're going to have a high today of 88.
See, mine says 91.
For Artesia?
Yeah.
Wow.
But if I go to hourly, it only gets to 90.
That's interesting, because you and I both have the same basic software.
I did pull up the Weather Channel app, but it's funny.
The Weather Channel app is funny?
Because the one that comes on the phone,
right?
That app,
uh-huh.
It said, how do you even find it? Oh, it says today's high is 88.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah.
I don't know. So no wonder there's an 89.5. So
and at the bottom 91. Here it says weather for work, 317 West Quay. Learn more about weather data and map data. So when I tap on the weather data, next hour precipitation, air quality, maps, learn more about the weather, and then it lists all of the data sources.
And the Weather Channel is at the very bottom.
The Weather Channel is one of the, I think they're in alphabetical order on here.
But what's really cool is this is probably our last day in the potential 90s.
Yes,
for a while,
correct.
Foreseeable future.
Right, 71 right now, going up to 88. Sunny and 74 in Carlsbad, 69 in Roswell, 75 in Hobbs. So, Jessica's here from the chamber.
Yeah, let's talk chamber chat.
Yeah, what's going on? Everybody finally getting a break from all the
hustle and
bustle of the last few weeks with the red dirt, black gold, and all the other fun activities?
Yes. Sort of, I guess.
Sort of, yeah.
No, we actually hit the ground running, doing all things balloons and tunes.
Okay.
So we went to City Council a couple weeks ago, and we were able to get our New Mexico's very first urban Airstream rally approved.
I heard about that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes. So there is a group of people, Airstreamers, that are in what they call the Four Corners 4C unit. Four Corners unit, 4CU. And so they travel the country and go to Airstream rallies all over the country. Well, there's this new thing popping up around the country that's where they, instead of camping at a KOA or RV park or whatever, they take over the downtown. And they do a really cool, they'll close the street off. Some of them are just nose to tail. They unhitch from their tow vehicle, hook them all up. So it's literally, you just see all these really cool, I call them like silver bullets, right? Mm-hmm. Down the street. And they, open up their awnings, and they put out rugs, and some of them have cool camp chairs, and they decorate and do all kinds of fun things. And what's really neat is we were approached by Scott Burhines, who's originally from Artesia, and he's part of this Four Corners unit. And he says, New Mexico has never had one of these, but I would love to bring this to Artesia. We should do it. We should do it. We should do it. He's been asking for years. And so we finally made it happen. And we're really excited to get that approval from City Council. We're so thankful. They're going to be parked in the Heritage Plaza.
Okay.
They really loved that area. He has 22 streamers coming. He's maxed out.
22? Wow. Will they all fit in there?
They will all fit.
Wow.
So most of them. There's a few. There's 4, in fact, that are. 2 of them are 30 feet long, and 2 of them are 32 feet long.
Those are big trailers.
Yes, they're huge. And so those 4 are actually going to be parked in the Western Bank lot. We were so thankful they said yes. And they'll come during Balloons and Tunes. So they'll start arriving on November 6th, and then they'll be here through the weekend. They'll leave on Sunday the 9th. And they just are so excited. They want to do all the things downtown, the walking tour. They love that the end of the walking tour is Heritage Plaza. And so they're like, we could do it backwards, and how fun is this? And they want to come over to the balloons in the mornings every day at Eagle Draw. They want to, we have the Balloons, Bands, and Brews event downtown at 5th and Texas. They want to come over there for that. Anything and everything that's going on that week, they want to do. They want to shop downtown. They want to eat downtown. And then they also have a really cool thing that they like to pour back into the community while they're there. They always want to do some sort of service project. And so that's really cool. We're working on some details for that. Some of them have sewing machines on their rigs, and they've in the past have sewn like baby blankets and taken them to the NICU for the premature babies, or they'll do a food drive or a clothing drive or things like that. So we're working on some ideas for them on how they can pour back into our community while they're here.
So that'll be November.
They'll start arriving on the 6th, but November 6th through the 9th.
Okay.
And they'll be at Heritage Plaza, and they are encouraging folks to come out and enjoy and look at them. I don't know. Some of them might give tours of the insides. I'm not sure. Some of them are older and they've been remodeled, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, we're excited. New Mexico's first urban Airstream rally.
Well, that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a website called, I think it's like campdowntown.com or something like that.
Okay.
And it's one that happened before, or I can't remember what it's called, but anyways,
Camp Downtown, Greenville Camp. I'm not sure what
we'll figure it out. It's something cool. I'll find it and send it to you. But anyway, it's really exciting because they anyway, it's really cool. So that's happening during Balloons and Tunes. We're excited we call it Triple B. Balloons, Bands, and Brews is coming back. It's going to be at 5th and Texas. We're moving it to Saturday.
Okay.
That was kind of a thing. So it'll be Saturday the 8th. The pilots requested that, actually, because some of them, a lot of them come in Thursday so that they can fly from the schools on Friday, which we've got that. We're so excited for that. But then some of them can't make it until Friday after work. They come in later, Friday afternoon, whatever. And so we pushed it to Saturday this year so that they could participate in the fire concert.
Okay.
So we're excited. We're working with the new marching band director at the high school. We'll get that figured out. Jessica Addington at Artesia Arts Council is really, really instrumental in helping us find bands and the brews, and we've got the balloons covered. So people will start seeing that coming out shortly. We've got it already on artesiachamber.com and absolutelyartesia.com. But yeah, more details to come. We're excited.
That's great.
42nd annual.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's a long time.
42 years, yes.
Yeah.
Well, Art in the Park is celebrating 50 years this year. That's
right.
Exciting.
That's in October.
Yes, October 18th.
October 18th. I need to get that set because there was a question about the TVs and
and the game.
Yeah. So
Well, but I did hear that, or not hear, I saw that the times for the booths to be open is ending on that Friday. It's ending at 7.
oh, well, that's
So
when
I'm
the game
guessing
starts. Okay.
that will be a mute point at this moment. But
Well, thank you for letting me know that.
I only know that because my kiddo is a vendor.
Okay.
So
Your
he's
kiddo's a vendor.
Yes.
What does he vend?
He's making 3D printing stuff
Okay.
at home. He's got really cool things. He's got some of those really fun bulldog chains with the medallions. He's got it to where you can kind of make your own. So you can make it as long or short as you want. You can make one
That's
for your
cool.
dog or whatever. Build your own, but he's got some pre-built. And then he is really good at finding some really cool, I call them fidget spinners, but they're just little fidgety things.
Yeah.
Like he's got this cool looking sort of a Rubik's Cube type of deal.
Okay.
But it unfolds and refolds, and you can
That's
like
interesting.
open it and do it. It's neat. So he's
Yeah.
got some cool stuff.
But as a vendor,
Uh-huh.
they're shutting it down at 7.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then there's no need to worry about the TV.
I don't think the game. Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause
So
the game doesn't start till 7.
Yeah.
And if they're not going to be open,
Yeah.
I'm not going to put the TVs out.
Yeah. And it's at Roswell that day. So
It is.
yeah.
It is at Roswell. So that's coming up the 18th, Art in the Park.
Yay!
And then Balloons and Tunes with the Airstream Urban
Airstream Rally.
Rally will be November 6th through the 9th.
Yeah.
And there'll be the liftoffs for the balloons on Saturday and Sunday morning like we've done in the past.
Weather permitting. We have to. So we're really excited too because we're working on some other fun, all things inflatable. And one of the things we're getting help from is Morgan Fox had come up with this idea last year. And so even though she's not currently at the Main Street offices anymore, she said she still would like to help us do it. So we're really excited. She wants to do an inflatable costume race. So after, have you seen these?
Gotta be the Tyrannosaurus Rex, right?
Yes. Oh, I got to show you mine. I'm so excited. So that will happen. We're thinking on Saturday morning, right after the balloons lift off and ascend into the sky, trying to figure out some fun ways to keep people engaged at the park.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out a way to potentially get some inflatable, like bouncy houses out there, inflatables, and then inflatable race. I'm also in talks with, and of course all of this is kind of pending still, so I don't want to speak too soon, but RC balloons. So I'm talking with them again this year, so hopefully we'll get them out. I just contacted with her yesterday, so we're working on some fun details on that. It'll be really
Good.
cool.
Always something going on, right?
I know, excited.
It's
all
pretty cool.
things inflatable. Balloons.
I have seen some of those video clips with the dinosaurs.
Yes.
That it's hilarious.
It's so fun.
You
It
know?
is so exciting.
I'm just thinking we ought to have an all dinosaur kazoo parade,
Oh, yeah.
but they'd have to have the kazoos inside because you couldn't
Yeah.
work them from the outside.
Yeah.
But that would be a funny noise, wouldn't it?
Uh-huh. Especially with T-Rex. Because, their head's like straight up in the air.
Yeah.
And they just walk. They're so...
But
there
you
was-
look out the neck, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So could you hold a kazoo
Inside, yes.
inside while you
Mhm.
were walking?
Mhm.
Would that not be funny?
That would be awesome. there was a dinosaur only where you had to either be dressed like one, inflatable, like a
up and down the
Oh, yeah.
draw. That'd be crazy. What was the other costume? It was an Big Bang Theory episode, and they
Yes.
all went as their favorite superhero.
Okay.
And of course, Sheldon had to be the Flash.
Yes.
So they had to pick other costumes, and Raj comes in the Aquaman costume, and he's got the seahorse.
Uh-huh.
Aquaman's riding the seahorse, and of course he hated having to be Aquaman.
Yes.
But I thought that was one of the neatest costumes.
Yeah.
And I would think that would be an inflatable. I don't know if that, I guess it would be an inflatable. Would that count as an inflatable?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I'd have to see it.
But that'd be kind of, so the costumes, so you're going to have, they have to be the dinosaur, or you're just looking at Any kind of inflatable.
Anything.
Costume.
Anything inflatable, yeah.
Okay.
So we learned that, like, even Smash Burger, I think was it Smash Burgers? Or was it the new corn hot dog stand? Anthony. They got inflatable costumes made of themselves.
Of course they did.
One was holding a Smash Burger and one's holding, like, a hot dog. And so I think hopefully they get a chance to show up. That would be really fun.
A lot of people go to that Spirit website.
Oh, yes.
And they've got adult T-Rex. They've got the kids T-Rex. They have the alien abduction costume. Have you seen that one?
I do like the alien abduction. I'm trying to find mine. I want to send it to you. I want you to see mine. I don't know if I should give it
Then
away.
they've got the Minions. Patrick.
So wait for it. This is mine.
So he's gonna. Okay.
Do you see it?
Yes.
Push-ups.
Yes. It's the upside down clown doing the push-ups. That's hilarious.
That's my costume. I'm so excited.
Here's a Snoopy. There's a Snoopy one.
Oh, Snoopy would be fun.
The rubber chicken.
Oh, I gotta see that. Let me see that one.
The rubber chicken.
Oh, please, someone get that one. I like
does it make the noise?
I like the balloon horse thing.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like the Aquaman one. Then they've got the some other ones here.
Oh, the
from Ghostbusters.
Michelin Man. Oh.
No, that's Stay Puft. The Stay Puft
yes.
Guy from Ghostbusters.
Wow, there's a lot now.
Yeah.
The sharks are cute too. That's so fun.
Mr.
Ooh,
Potato
Mr.
Head.
Potato Head.
The sumo wrestler.
Uh-huh.
I think we've all seen those. Anyway, get your inflatable
costumes
and be ready to the guy on the toilet.
Yes. Gene, that one can be yours.
That could be mine. All right. We will.
Yay.
Thank you so much. Be
You're
looking
welcome.
for details on these soon.
Yes, sir. All right. Have a good one.
You too. This is KSVP Artesia. It's 9:00.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. President Trump on the world stage addressing the UN General Assembly in New York, directing some of his remarks to Hamas.
Those who want peace should be united with one message: release the hostages now. Just release the hostages now.
The president saying that the UN is not even coming close to living up to its tremendous potential. Citing what he calls their unserious and ridiculous demands, President Trump has canceled this week's planned meeting with two Democrat congressional leaders. Mr. Trump was to meet with Senate Minority Leader Schumer and House Minority Leader Jeffries to talk about averting a government shutdown at month's end. And President Trump is warning pregnant women about a popular pain reliever and fever reducer.
The president announced that the FDA will notify doctors that the use of acetaminophen or Tylenol during pregnancy can be associated with an increased risk of autism.
Don't take it. Don't take it. There's no downside in not taking it.
However, the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists said the Trump administration's statement is irresponsible and is not backed by the full body of scientific evidence. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Jimmy Kimmel's timeout from late-night TV did not last long. He returns to the small screen tonight after ABC lifted the suspension it imposed last week. Kimmel was taken off the air for controversial remarks about Charlie Kirk's accused assassin. At least one owner of a group of ABC affiliates, Sinclair Broadcast Group, says it will not air Kimmel on its 39 ABC stations. On Wall Street this hour, stocks are mixed. The Dow trading about 242 points higher. The Nasdaq Composite Index down 68, and the S&P is 1 point in the red. More on these stories at townhall.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-583-0141.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-583-0141. That's 800-583-0141. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
A powerful super typhoon bearing down on Hong Kong.
Here in this northwestern neighborhood of Hong Kong where I live, wind is already picking up. People are taking no chances. They have taped up windows with big crosses, hoping to reduce damages if they would ever break in strong winds. And litter bins have been laid flat on the ground, hoping they would not be blown away so easily. The government has taken what they call preemptive preparations. They have told the public that they would issue the third strongest typhoon warning signals almost a day before.
And that's the BBC's Martin Yip. Mexico activating emergency controls after detecting a new case of New World screwworm in cattle near the U.S. border. The animal came from Veracruz, where the last case was reported back in July. This prompted Washington to suspend imports of live Mexican cattle. News and analysis, townhall.com. Moldovans face a wave of AI-driven disinformation.
It's all ahead of a crucial parliamentary election on Sunday. Online monitoring groups have tracked Russian propaganda campaigns aimed at reducing support for the pro-European Party of Action and Solidarity, or PAS. Researchers say these campaigns mark a new phase in Russian influence operations using AI to impersonate Western media and flood comment sections. Moldovan President Maya Sandu has warned that this vote is the most consequential in the country's history, determining its future with the EU or Russia. Keith Peters, Washington.
Russia says that it shot down 36 Ukrainian drones that were bound for Moscow, while Ukraine says Russian missiles, drones, and bombs killed at least 2 civilians. The war grinds on after 3.5 years. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hi, this is Holly from Nels Floral in Artesia, and we are so happy to be the new florist for the KSVIP. If you know someone who is having a special date or event, a birthday, anniversary, or something big is happening in their life, let's make them the KSVIP. On their day, we'll say something on the radio about your special person, and they will receive a beautiful flower from Nels Floral. So call KSVP at 575-746-2751 and nominate your KSVIP.
Can have them come in. Hey, we're back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show, and we've got some special guests who are going to be coming in the studio right now. If we want to have them come on in. We're starting a new going to start a new segment here from time to time on the radio and TV. We're going to bring in our animal shelter folks and introduce you to an animal. And Jeff Fletcher. How are you doing this morning?
Doing good. How are you, Gene?
Hey, I'm hanging in there. And, of course, we want to introduce everybody to Harry. I can't read your writing. Bailey, that's what I thought it was. How you doing, Harry?
I'm doing good.
That's good. We wanted to have you guys come in from time to time and kind of share with us what's happening with our animal shelter here. And Commander Jeff Fletcher, is this under your supervision, the animal shelter is?
It is. Just recently, I took over the animal shelter, and with it, we've kind of been brainstorming some things and trying to get some animals adopted, of course. That is our ultimate goal there at the shelter, is to get every animal adopted. So with that in mind, Harry and I were talking, and of course it had been mentioned before, but I told Harry, I said, hey, let's get them on the radio, let's get them broadcasted out, let's post them on our Facebook page, and let's see if we can do at least an animal a week, and see if we can target that one specific animal. This one today, of course, we chose because that's what we wanted. We wanted somebody that would just sit still and hang out with us. Being the first one, we weren't sure how it was going to go, so that's what we wanted to do. Yeah.
That is fantastic. What? So tell us about the shelter itself. Now, we have an animal control officer.
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
And I've seen the truck driving around town. How does that part of that work? If you see a stray dog or something,
so I'll go over that aspect of it, the police aspect of it. So the animal control officer, it's actually Animal Services now. We've changed the name. They go out and they're out in the public. They respond to calls. They pick up stray animals or animals running at large. Ultimately, our goal is if they're chipped, we return them. The ones that aren't chipped, we take them in and we take them to the shelter. And unfortunately, it's animal jail. I mean, that's ultimately what it is. But we're trying to get them somebody to come and post bail for them. Okay, but as for the animal shelter, I'll let Harry talk a little bit about that. He has a lot more experience than I do with the shelter.
Okay, well, tell us about that part.
So our animal service officers, when they pick up an animal, they bring them to us. And it's our job to care for them and feed them and make sure they got what they need. And we're also trying to locate their owners. And if we can't find an owner, then we try to get them out on rescue or adoption, whatever means we can to get them through the shelter.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's a nationwide pandemic, but especially here in Artesia, the shelter is full, and it's remained full for months.
Right.
So that's why we're doing this brainstorm and seeing what we can do to try to get our community to come in and help us out with adoption or picking up their animals or keeping their animals inside, just a good education program.
Because the sad news is there is a timeline. I mean, if they're not adopted out or they're not picked up by their owners, there is a deadline, if you will.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. So that's why we're trying to do this to help out, because somebody needs to have this dog. Tell us about this particular.
So this is Titan. He's
Titan,
a little 6-year-old poodle mix, and as you can tell, he's very well behaved. He's a bundle of energy. Loves to play. Loves to sit in your lap. He'd make somebody just a really good friend, somebody that could really love on him.
Now, how are you able to know as much as you know about this particular dog? Sometimes a stray comes in, you probably have no idea how old they are or what they are, but you know a little bit more about this one.
Well, so this particular one, he was actually a stray, and but we've hung on to him as long as we possibly can just because of who he is. And when we do our exam, when they first come in, we look at their teeth and we get them checked out and we try to gauge them on their age, and we socialize with them to see how they behave, that type of thing.
Okay. And so what is the adoption process? What does one need to go through in order to start that process?
So we have a couple avenues. We've started a new website at artesiaanimalshelter.org,
okay,
which showcases all the animals that are in the shelter. If you see one you like, come on down to the shelter, meet them, introduce them to the family. We have a short application process that we do, and then we move forward with the adoption. Now, the adoption is usually $65, but we currently have a grant through Best Friends Humane Society, and what that allows us to do is offer some free adoption, which will include spay and neuter and microchipping, rabies vaccination, and other vaccinations.
Okay.
So basically, you get a fully vetted best friend to move in with you at that point.
For at no cost.
At no cost.
Because that is covered by the grant. So.
Yes. And as a grant, it's limited, so we're trying to run it as long as we can.
Right. That's amazing. Titan just seems like a really friendly dog, and just seems to be enjoying being here in the air conditioning. And he has his little shirt on, so that's pretty cool. Are there any other aspects at the house? I mean, are there any other checks? I mean, for the backyard, for fencing, stuff like that that a potential adoptee has?
So a lot of places do that. We do not.
Okay.
We're an actual government facility, and we don't have the resources to go and check people's yards. We kind of work on an honor system on that. We love it when people come back and visit with us and say, look how great they're doing, or hey, can you help me with this? So that's pretty much how that works.
Okay. So normally it's $65.
Yes, sir.
The dogs are spayed or neutered, chipped. Everything else is checked out. The animal's ready to go.
Under the grant.
But under the grant, that cost is covered.
Correct. Now, without the grant, we don't do the spay.
Oh, so you have to. So you do have to get that done at a vet.
Yes.
And the chipping as well.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the other purpose of the grant, is the city is looking at avenues, and we're trying to make this a more permanent. And see how that
take
plays
the
out.
roadblocks away to encourage more people to
Yes.
adopt pets.
Yeah, and that's one of the other reasons why we're here today is, our shelter is always full, and it's not just our shelter, but so if you own a dog or a cat that is not for breeding purposes, you're not going to breed animals and resell them or sell them and make money. Go ahead and get your animal spayed or neutered. It helps control the population. Also, you need to get your animal microchipped. That is a city ordinance about the microchipping. So if you didn't know that, go ahead and get your animals microchipped, because you can be cited for not having your animals microchipped. So we want to bring awareness to that. I know it's not the cheapest thing in the world to do, but if you're going to be a responsible pet owner, that is what we need you to do. And spay and neuter will help us in this city dramatically.
With the stray pet
Yes.
population. What are you hearing that spay and neuter is costing nowadays, or chipping is costing nowadays? I'm sure you've heard from some of the.
So at the shelter, we're able to do the microchip, and that's $15.
$15.
As far as spay and neuter goes, it varies. It goes anywhere from $250 on up to, I think the highest I've seen is $500.
Okay.
To have that done. It's based off of weight, health, and all the goodies.
Right.
Now, our contract service, Paws and Claws, they have a certificate program where they give out certificates at the beginning of the month, first Saturday, and that helps towards that cost. But you got to come stand in line for that.
Right. Because at that amount of money, any help that you can get is greatly appreciated.
Yes.
But right now, with the grant program that's in place, those costs can be covered if the grant will take care of it.
Yes.
Okay, that is fantastic. Do you have more dogs or cats or?
We currently have about 40 more dogs, and we probably have about 25 to 30 cats in the shelter at this time.
Okay.
And you can see them at the website. All their pictures are up there under cats and dogs. And we also started a Facebook page where we're featuring like our pet of the week, and we're putting some educational material up on that about running at large and spay and neutering. And
right.
So.
Yeah, it's amazing what your animal service officers will see sometimes when they're out and about trying to help. Some people just don't take very good care of their pets, and that's kind of a sad thing when you encounter that. But Titan is this young one's name, or young one? You said 7 years old? 6-year-old poodle mix, and he just seems very, very ready to go somewhere to see somebody. He's happy with the scritches right now. So
he's very gentle. The other thing I wanted to mention is if you do see an animal that you think is gonna fit your family, come out to the shelter, and we can introduce you to them just to make sure that that they're going to fit in the family before you decide to take them home. A lot of people don't know that. You know, they may see an animal on Facebook and go, oh yeah, that's a great dog, and they may just come out there and adopt it, and then we have an issue sometimes with people getting the dog, and then 2 days later they're I can't, this doesn't fit my family. So make sure we want you to come out and visit the dog a couple times and make sure that it's going to be a fit. I think Titan's going to fit with just about everyone, but we want to make sure they fit. And with that in mind, what are our animal shelter hours?
Mm-hmm.
So
we are there Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay.
And you can come in and see us anytime, or you can call me on the phone. If it falls behind your work schedule, I'm willing to come out and show you an animal.
Oh, that's great.
So
what's
anything that we can make that better.
What's the number out there to call?
It's 575 746 5041.
5041. That's the Artesia Animal Shelter.
Yes.
Now, if somebody has a stray animal, there's not a place to drop them off. They need to call the animal services officer.
Yes.
Okay. Some places will have a drop-off
And what
pen,
we would
but
prefer is that you leave the animal where you find them
Mhm.
and call us. The reason for that is because it helps us to find the owners.
Right.
It's
right.
a lot easier to do that, and we have a lot of trouble with that when an animal comes into the shelter.
Right, and because you don't know what part of town they came from or where the owners might be, especially if they're not chipped. That probably makes it that much more difficult to try to find somebody to find who the owner is.
Yeah. Another thing, a lot of people will not check with the animal shelter when they're missing a dog or a cat. You know, they'll post it on Facebook, and everybody, we'll keep an eye out. Well, they never contact us to see if we have it, and sometimes we're able to reach out to them and let them know, hey, we think your dog is in the shelter.
Mhm.
And then other times, we miss it. We're not always on Facebook, so
Right.
reach out to us, give us a call, go by, check with us, see if we're in possession of your animal, and then we can get it, you guys reunited with your animal. So.
Yeah, like somebody brought this by. This one here, we've got you've probably
Chihuahua.
seen that. That's not out there, is it?
No, we do not have that one.
Yeah,
at the
we
shelter.
don't have that one. So.
Don't have that one. So that one's name is Travis. So we've got Travis, and that needs to be found to get back to his family as well. Well, that's great that you've got the website, you've got the Facebook page, Monday through Saturday, 8 to 5. If you want to come out, or call if you want to set up a time more convenient to get to know an animal that you might want to adopt. That grant program is huge, especially with the spay and neuter expense. So make sure you ask about is the grant program still in effect, and can you take advantage of that if they're not already spayed or neutered. And please do a better job, if you can, of just keeping an eye on your animals and making sure that if they dig and get out, you fix the hole or fix the fence or keep an eye on them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Are there other issues that you're dealing with in this department, or is this primarily what you got? He's just friendly.
Our biggest issue is that we're always full. I mean, that is our biggest issue. We not only are we always full, but every day we're picking up more and more animals. So we really are pushing adoption, and this is just something that we're trying, and hopefully it works out. And we're also looking at some events that we're going to do hopefully throughout the next couple of months that will boost that adoption rate. But that's our major event. Our major issue out there is just being overly full.
Yeah. Jeffrey, you want to just put their camera on right now so we can get a nice view of Titan here? Well, he's behind there we go. Yeah, take a look at old Titan here, and he's just been so nice.
You keep moving there, buddy. He's trying to hide.
He's trying to hide, that's right. So we need
Passing
to get
Harry there. He'll get a better view.
Yeah. So we need to get Titan into a good home today. Would be great if we could get that done. But go to artesiaanimalshelter.org.
Yes.
Is the website, and then it's Artesia Animal Shelter on Facebook as well.
Yes.
And check that out. That's great. I'm looking forward to this. Having some different pets come in. Hopefully we can help get the adoptions going and get these pets in a good home.
Yep, that is our hope.
Yeah. Well, good. Is there anything else we want to share or talk about what's happening with the animal shelter? You've got some notes there, Harry.
I think we pretty much covered all the good stuff.
Okay. That's great. So be looking for this segment on the radio on a frequent basis, and we'll get that done and see if we can help us out. So, Titan. Hey, Titan. Hey, come here. I think he likes you guys right now, but we'll do that. How you doing, Titan? How about your paws? Do you like your paws being pet? We had a beagle that it sounded like it was being murdered if you touched its paws. She did not care for that. But this one here seems very, very nice, and he's not very heavy. What do you think? 10 pounds, 12 pounds?
Not even that.
Not
Probably
even
about 6 or 7 pounds.
6 or 7 pounds. Yeah. Something's got his attention. All right, Harry Bailey with the animal shelter, and of course Commander Jeff Fletcher. And I'm glad we're doing this, and let's get some more pets and see if we can help and get some of these adopted. This is Titan, who we have in studio with us today. Is that his special shirt?
It is.
Yeah.
Just for him.
Just for him. So, yeah, I don't think it would fit. And take care of your pets, folks, and keep an eye on them and take care of them. And if they get loose, make sure you check with the animal shelter as well as the other areas that you're asking for help from the public. And let's see if we can get Titan adopted today. That would be great. And ask about the move-in special.
That's right.
With all that. 746-5041 is the number to call at the Artesia Animal Shelter. That's great. Was there anything else we wanted to talk about today?
If you want to come down to the shelter, we're located behind the complex.
That's
at
right.
501 Paddy Wagon.
Paddy Wagon Way. And so if you go out to the public safety complex, the first road, this is spam, so I don't think this is what we the first road past the complex is Paddy Wagon. Hang a right, and then right behind the where the helicopter parks and all that, you'll see the animal shelter out there. So be sure and pay them a visit. Do you guys need anything? You got plenty of dog food, cat food, and all that kind of stuff?
We're always looking for donations and volunteers. Come down and see us.
Donations and volunteers, huh?
Yeah, even if it's just you want to come out and be friendly with the animals. We can use those type of take them for a little walk or play. There is a play area out there. It's indoor. There's a small one, and then do we still have the outdoor one?
We have the outside fenced area that they can play in, and I tell you, Gene, it really does wonders for the dogs. It helps bring the stress levels down.
Oh yeah,
in the building. So
yeah, being inside there in a pen with all the other activity going on, and they're not home, they're not with a friendly environment. I mean, it's a friendly environment, but it's not their customary environment.
Yes.
It can be very stressful on the animals, that's for sure. All right. Well, thank you so much for bringing in Titan. Titan, I bet you get a home today.
So.
And that'll be great if we can find a place for Titan. So, thank all right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming in, and let's do this again.
All right. Thank you, Gene.
All right. We're going to take a break, get Aaron Irving in here. That's coming up next.
Weather This Hour is brought to you by Bob Reed Pest Control. Protect your home from pests that invade. Find them online at BobReedPestControl.com or call today 575-623-5344. Serving all of southeast New Mexico.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Plenty of sunshine will be building in for Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia for today, and highs are on their way from the upper 80s to the middle 90s. Throughout the afternoon time and into tonight, there are some chances for widely scattered showers and a few thunderstorms too. With a system sliding through, we could see some locally heavier rain. Please be careful as you're heading out and about. Those overnight lows are dropping between 60 and 65. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency.
Incredible in Artesia is open for business, ready to give you the hometown quality and customer service you know and love. Georgia and her team specialize in in-house design for quality custom business cards at a competitive price. From scanning to desktop publishing, if you need it, they can do it. On Main Street across from the Derek Floor statue in downtown Artesia. For all your printing needs, think Incredible.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
It's lunchtime in Artesia. Why settle for ordinary when you can have extraordinary? At La Fonda, we've been serving Artesia since 1965 with authentic New Mexican favorites.
I'm on my lunch break, and nothing beats La Fonda's green chili chicken enchiladas. Fast, hot, and delicious.
Join us weekdays from 11 to 2 at 210 West Main. Dine in, take out, or call ahead at 575-746-9377. Make your lunch break the best part of your day. La Fonda, where flavor feels like home.
I'm Brett. I work at Chevron, and this is my New Mexico. Camping is one of my favorite things to do here. There's really nothing like it. I feel a lot of pride working for Chevron. Lowering carbon intensity is very important in my job. New Mexico really is the land of enchantment.
Learn more at chevron.com/Brett.
Dreaming of your perfect home? Ramona and Roger Kilpatrick at RE/MAX Axiom invite you to discover the joy of making that dream come true. As agents deeply rooted in Artesia and the surrounding area, they bring years of combined experience and a true passion for real estate. Whether you're buying or selling, Ramona and Roger's friendly and approachable nature ensures you feel right at home, making every step of the process enjoyable. Visit RE/MAXNMAxiom.com to see the latest listings or stop by their office in Artesia at 402 West Main, Suites D and E. RE/MAX Axiom, where your dream home becomes reality.
Peace of mind means knowing you're in good hands. For over 20 years, Air Method's Native Air Emergency Air Medical Program has proudly served the people of New Mexico. And now we're expanding to Eddy County with a new base at Artesia General Hospital. We deliver the most highly rated emergency air medical care in the industry with expertly trained crews ready to respond when every second counts. Worried about the cost? A 2024 independent study found that patients treated by Air Methods typically experience 24% lower post-event inpatient healthcare costs. And thanks to the No Surprises Act, patients with private insurance are protected from unexpected out-of-network air ambulance bills. You'll only pay your in-network copay, coinsurance, or deductible. Learn more at airmethods.com. That's airmethods.com. Copays, coinsurance, and deductibles are set by insurance providers, not Air Methods. Terms and costs may vary. Contact your insurer for details.
Hey, we're back, I think. Aaron, are you there?
I'm here. How are you?
Well, I was kind of mesmerized by the dog.
Oh, yeah.
Thing, and cute little poodle mix that needs a home. Cool. And Lonnie used to have poodle when she was growing up.
Oh, okay.
And so we'll have to see. I think we're a little busy right now for an adoption. So, but Any case, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Oh, it's been a crazy day so far, but we're getting through it okay. And
Well, good.
I was looking for a couple of jokes, and Jeffrey sent me a couple. One I cannot tell on the radio.
Oh.
And I'm like, why even send that?
Right?
But he did. This is why cows do not talk.
Okay.
God, you're a cow. Cow. Okay. God, your baby is a calf. Cow, ask me why I'm tired after giving birth. And God goes, what? Cow says, ask me why I'm tired after giving birth. Why are you tired after giving birth? I'm decaffeinated.
And that's why cows can't talk.
And so God doesn't respond, and so the cow says, someone's lactose intolerant. And so that's why cows can't talk. You know, the guy that executed Charlie Kirk.
Uh-huh.
Some people on the left are trying to claim that he is MAGA. Matter of fact, that's what supposedly got Jimmy Kimmel in trouble.
Right. Yeah, he claimed he was MAGA, right.
Yeah, claimed he was MAGA. So here are 7 subtle clues that he may have been a leftist.
Okay.
He said, I'm a lefty.
That's a subtle clue.
Yeah. He engraved Marx's entire Communist Manifesto on a bullet casing.
I think if you're engraving bullets, you're probably a lefty. just the fact you're engraving bullets at all.
Yeah. He did gay stuff.
That's a guarantee.
That's probably not a guarantee, but most people will say if you do gay stuff, you're a lefty. So his gay love texts made mainstream media journalists cry.
Right, yeah.
That's probably a pretty good sign.
Yes.
Reporters are not nearly as enthralled by right-wing romances. So.
Right.
He bought his furry boyfriend a Kamala 2024 dog collar last year. His favorite Marvel movies, all post-Endgame. And the number one sign that he was probably not a conservative, that he probably was a leftist, he murdered a conservative.
Right.
So there you go. Thank you to the.
But wasn't the guy and that guy in Minnesota, wasn't he a lefty after all?
Yeah.
And he murdered a lefty?
Yeah, he did. He had he had an association with the governor.
He worked for him.
Or it had been appointed by the governor for something. So there was and look, these people appoint and hire, lots of people in their different positions.
Sure.
So in and of itself, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But the fact that he was appointed or hired by a leftist governor, I don't see too many of those types of governors hiring conservatives for different positions within their administration.
Right.
So, let's see. Satan, looking at the crowd in Phoenix, said I made a huge mistake.
Absolutely.
AOC loses debate against cardboard cutout of Charlie Kirk. I think we got ours today.
Oh,
it's in the lobby next to Trump. We have our
nice.
Yeah. Thomas brought it today. It's there. I didn't
Is it
realize.
life size? So it's like way tall.
He's a hair taller than Trump.
Okay, that's real life then.
Yeah. So, you want to bring it in? He's going to bring it in. Jeffrey's going to bring it in so you can see it. Let's see. CNN dubbed the Charlie Kirk Memorial mostly hateful.
Right.
Okay, can you see it on my... let's see. You'll probably have to go behind me here. Yeah. That's right. So our guest is on Zoom, so we'll set it right...
All right.
Yeah, maybe... Can you go a little more to this way? There you go. Yep, there it is. We've got the Charlie Kirk cardboard cutout here that we'll have in our lobby with our Donald Trump.
Very good.
So he's made an appearance here at KSVP.
We'll have to get a group picture sometime.
I think that would be awesome. So, yeah, AOC lost a debate to that. And let's see. People okay with murder outraged by TV show cancellation.
Right.
Jimmy Kimmel, I am the first victim of the murder of Charlie Kirk.
Right, yeah. That's the way the leftists think, for sure.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so that's what I've got. What do you have for us today?
Well, how many Apple engineers does it take to change a light bulb?
I don't know. The light bulb has to want to change or something like that?
None. They no longer make that socket. You have to buy a new house.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So and I now have a lightning USB-C connector on my phone.
Okay.
Thanks to the European Union. So we had to buy a MagSafe charger because this has MagSafe on it, which is the little round hockey puck.
Okay.
And so I have to tell you, there's kind of a satisfying sound of the click when you put it on the puck and then it goes click into place. It's kind of a neat experience, if you will.
Cool. Very good. Yeah, the Samsungs, we just set them on the charger. It doesn't do anything other than charge. So that's
Well, ours charges, but it goes click.
It clicks in, right? Cool.
And so, you've optimized your connection between the charging puck and the battery. So.
Okay. This next one's a little bit about a different type of apple. So an apple and a poo were floating down the river. The poo yells, "Apple, apple, come play with me." The apple says, "No, ooh, stay away from me." A little further down the river, the poo yells again, "Apple, apple, come play with me." The apple replies disgusted, "No, ooh, stay away from me." Suddenly, a man grabs the apple out of the river and takes a bite. The poo shouts to the apple, "See you tomorrow."
Have you seen on Gutfeld? He has a segment where he's the poo detective, and he even has a badge. And guess what his badge number is?
P-O-O.
It's number 2.
Oh.
So that would be a perfect story for the poo detective segment on the Gutfeld show. I still say one of the funniest scenes in a movie ever is in Caddyshack.
Yes, the Baby Ruth.
The Baby Ruth. And then when they drain the pool and Bill Murray picks it up and it's okay. I love that scene. That's a great one.
Yeah, I think I cried during that.
Okay.
All right, my last one for you today. How does an Apple Watch owner know that it's noon?
Because the watch tells him to stand up?
Because the watch battery's almost dead.
Oh, come on. Look, this is my Apple Watch 10, and I have right now 95% battery. It was 100% this morning, so it's only been
2 hours and 18 minutes.
It's been 5 hours.
Wow.
And it's only used 5%, And most of the time, I will get 20, well, in the evening when I go to bed, it's still at 25, 30, 35%.
Oh, okay.
So, no, I don't have that battery in my watch.
You paid extra for the good battery.
Yeah, and so far, like my phone is at 95%, and it was at 100% this morning. So,
very good.
Blocked voicemails. It's all writer champion. It's 2 pages.
2 pages.
Poor writer. I didn't realize I'd done that, and then I looked at my blocked voicemails, and it's every single one.
Whoops.
Oh, got to fix that. So, all right. Well, let's see what the I have no idea if Apple's got a hit with any of their new phones. I mean, we'll know later on when the sales numbers come out, but there's other things going on in the world of the market, so we'll see what that's all.
Yeah, it looks like people are pretty happy with the turnout so far of the sales and things based on the stock price. So that's a positive. So.
Yeah. Well, the 16s, what was interesting is they made the big deal about it, built with Apple Intelligence. And then Apple Intelligence turned out to be not everything that they said it was going to be. But they were under so much pressure to do something that had AI in it,
right?
That they kind of backed themselves in a corner. This phone that I have, it's not a drastic change from the 16. The camera module's a little beefed up and different. But a lot of people have been looking at that Air. And then their base iPhone, the iPhone 17, they actually did something they hadn't done for a while. They put the latest chip in it. They put the latest camera lenses in it. They put the latest front camera in it. So it basically has about 90% of what this phone has at the entry level price.
Oh wow!
And so we'll see, because it finally has the ProMotion 120 hertz display that every Android phone has had for about 5 years.
Okay.
And only the Pro iPhones have had for the last 3 or 4 years. They finally put a decent display on the basic iPhone, and then they bumped up the base memory. It used to be 126, which is stupidly crazy little, and so the base phones now have 256. So it's like, okay, you're finally joining the rest of the world with what a decent phone should be, and that may be reflected in their sales. People are saying, okay, I'll get one now. So we'll see.
Cool.
Well, let's see what else is happening in the world of the markets.
All right. This is Aaron Irving with LPL Financial, member of FINRA and the SIPC, bringing you your mid-morning stock market report for Tuesday, September 23rd. The S&P 500 reached a new high this morning as investors monitor the risks of the market's rally to record levels. The S&P 500 hovered just above the flat line, but had reached a new all-time high earlier in the session for its 4th consecutive record. The Nasdaq Composite dropped 0.3%, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 0.5%, scoring a fresh all-time high. The Dow's move was supported by a move higher in Boeing shares. That stock rose on the heels of President Trump praising Uzbekistan's president for signing a, quote, great deal with the aerospace company that was worth more than $8 billion. Shares were also bolstered by talks between the U.S. and China of a, quote, huge Boeing deal. The 3 major averages closed at all-time highs yesterday, marking 3 straight winning sessions for the S&P 500. Gains accelerated in the latter half of the trading session after NVIDIA shares jumped nearly 4% on the back of an announcement from the chip maker that will invest $100 billion in OpenAI for the build-out of data centers. The latest reading of the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, which is the Fed's preferred inflation gauge, will be released on Friday and is expected to give clues on the path of monetary policy for the remainder of the year. Investors are also watching the increasing chance of a government shutdown ahead of the September 30th deadline, after the Senate last week rejected Republican and Democrat proposals to at least temporarily fund the federal government. This morning, President Trump seemed to cancel a planned meeting this week with top Democrats in Congress, saying that no meeting with them regarding the shutdown could possibly be productive. Currently, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is 92 points higher at 46,474. The S&P 500 is down 7 points at 6,686. And the NASDAQ Composite is 60 points lower at 22,728. West Texas Intermediate Crude is up $1.35 a barrel to $63.63. Stocks of local interest. HF Sinclair is up 84 cents a share to $53.25. Walmart is $1.17 lower at $101.65 a share. Duke Energy is up 34 cents a share at $121.92. And ConocoPhillips is $2.38 higher at $94.39 a share. This is Aaron Irving with Oakley & Irving Wealth Management, serving business owners and energy industry professionals in the Pecos Valley and beyond. You can find us at oywealth.com or at our offices in Artesia and Carlsbad. You can call us at 575-887-7075. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. Securities are offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA, and the SIPC.
Well, we did talk to Ryder.
Oh, good.
And he just wants people to know that he will be on the sideline at the football game on Friday night for homecoming.
Oh, very good.
So
very good.
We're happy to let folks know.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron, thank you so much for the update.
Thank you. Have a great one.
You too. Aaron will have the closing markets for you at 4:30. Sean Hannity with a thought on the news of the day.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
I don't know what Gavin Newsom is doing either. At this point, it's kind of inexplicable to me. Turn around and I look, and what's the next thing he's doing? He makes a move to make ICE agents more vulnerable to attack. To me, this is the equivalent of in a way, ICE agents want to keep their anonymity because they're being so demonized by the left. With attacks against ICE agents by violent leftists soaring 1,000% in recent weeks, what does Gavin Newsom do? Looking at FoxNews.com. He signed a bill banning law enforcement from wearing face coverings while conducting official business in California. Oh, let's put their faces out on TV for the public to see with all the rhetoric and this assassination culture we're living in.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
When was the last time you bragged about your wireless company? Like, did you know my wireless company gave away 1,000 American flags to deserving veterans and forgave $10 million in veterans' debt? Did you know that my wireless company raised almost $500,000 to prevent vet suicide? In other words, when your wireless company is Pure Talk, there's a whole lot to brag about. You can even brag about the coverage you get with Pure Talk. They use the same 5G network, the same cell towers as all the big carriers. And guess what? The average family saves over $1,000 a year. You can get unlimited talk and text, plenty of data, $25 a month. That's saving everybody a fortune. Make the switch. It's simple, fast, easy. Just dial pound 250, say the keyword save now. Do it now. You save an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250, keyword save now from our friends at Pure Talk.
I'm sorry, I'm not answering the phone when it says potential spam. So that will be how I answer that one. Hey, we've got volleyball tonight, and I am told it is senior night at the volleyball game tonight. So they'll be taking on the Roswell. I'm sorry, it's Carlsbad. They're taking on Carlsbad tonight. JV will be at 5, varsity will be at 6, and we'll be streaming the varsity game for you on KSVPTV.com tonight. Joby and Robbie. Robbie will be there for the volleyball game tonight. So if you can't make it, KSVPTV.com, KSVPTV on the YouTubes. That's where you can go. We'll also probably have it on our Facebook page. I think that's the one I have on our Facebook page tonight. Soccer also plays tonight. The girls are taking on Roswell, and that'll be JV at 4. varsity at 6. And we'll be streaming the varsity game for you again tonight at 6 o'clock. So soccer at 6, volleyball at 6, KSVPTV.com. Tomorrow, NMMI volleyball versus Frank Phillips College. This is the Lady Broncos, the junior college program. And one of the important things that will be happening tomorrow night is the coach there is being recognized for achieving a milestone in her career in terms of number of victories. So that'll be recognized and celebrated tonight, tomorrow night, Wednesday night, at Cahoon Armory at NMMI. And then Friday night, high school football, radio and TV. Bulldogs in Lovington for homecoming. Goddard is hosting Gadsden at the Wool Bowl, and Roswell High is on the road at Santa T. And we'll have radio coverage and streaming video coverage of all 3 games on Friday night starting at 6:30. And then how about them Cowboys? They're going to be taking on the Green Bay Packers Sunday night. Interesting note in that game, the Cowboys could not come to terms with Micah Parsons in the offseason, and so he was traded to Green Bay. And that's where Micah Parsons is, and the game's in Dallas tomorrow night. So a lot of eyeballs will be watching that. If the Packers do well and Micah Parsons does well, Cowboys fans are going to be even more angry with Jerry for not getting him signed. But then again, if the Cowboys play well and neutralize Micah Parsons and Dak has a good game, everybody will say, see, we made the right decision. So there's going to be a lot of attention on the game Sunday night. We'll have it on the radio on 92.9 The Brand starting at 5 o'clock. 106.1 La Pantera starting at 5:50 for those that enjoy listening to NFL football in Spanish. And that'll be Sunday night on 2 of our family of radio stations. Final thoughts on the news of the day next.
Coach, can you talk about the latest trade rumors?
Absolutely. Right now, you can get big money for your trade at Roswell Ford.
Start your season with a win at Roswell Ford. Right now, we need trades. So if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade. Even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. With 0% APR and no payments for 90 days. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit with great terms, with good credit, no credit, or even if your credit is less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings, more for your trade, and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $28.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues for date of sale, subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
When was the last time a bank asked you if you'd like to keep more of your money? At Artesia Credit Union, you pay yourself by avoiding big bank fees and all the corporate investors that go along with them. Let Artesia Credit Union help you achieve financial happiness. From home and auto loans to a working line of credit or sending your kids to college, membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Stop by the branch on 5th Street or log on to artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Family owned and operated for 4 generations, Forest Tire is here to service all your tire needs day and night. With your busy travel schedule, what you need is a tire that can keep up. Like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire with an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect. You can lose track of time and focus on what really matters. For all your tire needs, brakes and alignments too, Forest Tire Company is a friend you can always count on. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Looking for power, performance, and a whole lot of game day style? Come to Major Supply, your one-stop shop for industrial goods and outdoor gear. With the brands you trust, Milwaukee, Rigid, and much more. Built for the job site and tough enough for any task. And when the work's done, gear up for game day with team apparel, sunglasses, and all the sporting equipment you need to play hard and cheer harder. Tools, threads, and everything in between. Stop by today at 1808 South 1st in Artesia or check them out online at MajorSupplyLLC.com.
Hey, Bulldog Athletics and fans, ready to fuel up after the big game? Schlotsky's in Artesia has the mouth-watering favorites you crave. From our bold sandwiches stacked high to crisp, fresh salads, piping hot pizzas, and fully loaded calzones, there's something for every Bulldog appetite. So whether you're gearing up to play or cheering from the stands, power your Bulldog pride with flavor that always wins. Schlotzsky's Artesia, fueling Bulldog athletes and fans, one bite at a time.
There really is no one quite like you, and no one quite like the ones you love. At Turpinning & Son Mortuary, they take pride in providing families with the best service possible. The phrase, "we make it personal," is not just a tagline. It's the way they conduct themselves every day as they honor the ones you love in their own unique and special way. Located at 611 West Grand in Artesia. Visit artesiafunerals.com to learn more. Turpinning & Son Mortuary, proudly serving our community and your family since 1954.
Well, it's been a great show. Thank you so much for making it a part of your day today. And hope you can join us every day in the morning, 7 to 10. Scott will be back with us on Thursday. I'll be with you tomorrow and Friday. And then Scott has us all week next week as I'll be at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair, taking the week off. Haha. Hope so. And we'll be doing that. If you missed any of our interviews, we had the folks from the animal shelter, Animal Services, and Titan. Of course, we visited with Jessica from the Chamber and had a good Chamber chat today. If there's anything else that you missed on the show today or this week, you can go to ksvptv.com. Click on the morning show broadcast and you'll see the previous broadcasts and highlights from those shows. Jeffrey does a great job of sharing those on our social media pages on Facebook and so forth. And you can always go back and share those interviews with other folks and make it a part of your day. We really do appreciate you tuning in and listening, even on the old radio. The old radio, you know, we still are a radio station, and we put out a signal over the airwaves, and we're really proud to be able to bring that to you every day as well. All right, Clay and Buck with the national discussion. That's up next. Sean Hannity at 1, Mark Levin at 4, James Golden and the Rush Hour at 7, and then, of course, Clyde Lewis, the Ground Zero program at 8, and George Norrie with Coast to Coast AM starting at 11. Chris DeGaulle will lead into the show in the morning.